How's everybody doing? Oh man, I'm Mr. fucking Popular.
Can you switch it while you're inside, or do you have to go out and back in?
No, you have to go back
Out
out.
back in.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got it fixed.
It does. It does have a little bit more life, doesn't it?
What you want? You're already 2 flasks?
Endless items.
Say again, you're really quiet.
If I could get a summon, that'd be great.
Yes, blast, Raj.
Okay.
If you're handing them out, I'll take one too.
No, he gave me mats for them.
Oh.
I'm not handing out flasks right now with how hard anchor weight is to get.
I see 2 other people standing here. Will one of you paladins click this shit, please?
Yeah,
Well, if
bitches.
you put it that way,
I can't. I can't click it.
Sorry, I was alchemizing.
I know. I was
I'm
talking to
coming.
you.
I'm clicking.
Raj, what do you need for the int?
Int. I can just link it for you. And I do have rank 3, so you do get a chance for extra.
I only have 3 anchor weed. Can I just give you some gold?
Sure.
How much anchor weed you short?
Just
he's,
2.
He's short too.
About tree fitty.
I have 4 if you would like to grab a couple off of me.
Sure. Where
Yeah, you
are
can either give him gold or give me gold, whatever.
Never mind. I don't have any. I only have like 8 river bud.
I got plenty of riverbud too.
Yeah, I've got extra of that.
Is that where
It's mainly the anchor weight that's a fucking nightmare.
Riverbud, anchorweed. Somebody was high as shit when they were coming up with all these plant names.
Dude, herbalism's gonna be lit, man.
Well, I'm pretty sure they were baked when they came up with a sword of 1,000 truths.
How do I type in there to tell it how much gold I want to give?
That's not a real item, is
But
it?
never mind. I figured it out.
There's an item that looks like
Okay.
it, but it doesn't have that name.
I thought they gave it out as a developer-only item.
I mean, that's... No, it was an item from Noxramas. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one-handed sword from Noxramas. The original was the model.
Sword of 1,000 Truths.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called. When the remake of it came out, the same, because it all had all the same appearances on the loot. The one that had the sword had a little flavor text that said, "As foretold by Salesman or whatever."
Yeah,
the guy
the
from accounting.
salesman, I think it was, right? Salesman.
The salesman from accounting or whatever. Yeah. So it's just a random item. Nothing's actually named it 1,000 Truths or anything like that. All right. So dwarf and bed tanking, great. We'll start with this, and we'll invite more as they come online as necessary.
What do you need? Int, Barbarian?
Yeah, I'll just take 1.
I'll need a stam flash from you, Raja.
Yeah, 1 sec.
maybe 2 to get me all the way through raid.
Oh, there it is. The Slayer of the Lifeless. Epic.
Yeah, see, yeah, that was the newer version of the item. Yep, you can still get that.
Yeah, Slayer of the Lifeless is still like a nice tongue-in-cheek reference to the show, though.
Yeah, that's true. I can't remember what the original item was called.
It looks cool.
Oh, that's why they chose it for the clip. All right, let's get started here with the trash and all that. So we're gonna be a little bit more strict with some of the positioning, at least for phase 1 and certainly for phase 2. All right. Pretty much everyone's checked ready. We'll start. Oh, there's.
I assume we're doing runes and flash for this.
You don't have to get anal with the augment runes. Those things are few and far between and difficult to come by.
Unless you're a tank.
Yeah, sure. If you're queuing up as a tank, you can get a handful of them, but as a... Otherwise, it's... yeah.
Did somebody have a mailbox? I forgot to get my flash out the mailbox. Appreciate it.
Turn on the log.
Do the postman quest. Get your own personal mailbox.
I have to find them. That is a good one to get. If you go back to Dalaran, pick that up. It's handy. Plus, it's not even just personal. Everyone can use it. So you drop the NPC and everyone gets access to the mailbox.
It's just the quest. Is that an old Dalaran or the new one?
The new Dalaran, you have to find a letter and then you have to do a quest chain with.
Search all the mailboxes.
Yeah.
You find a letter on the bottom.
Letter.
And start the quest.
Precisely. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll look into that.
Or you can do the whole Argent tournament thing.
No.
And then you get the Argent Gruntling.
Alright, tanks, let's go ahead and pull these, I guess. Dwarf grab the left one, bed grab the right, and just run out when the crap gets put on the ground. Compared to everything. So, good news is looking here, Talok seems to have about the same amount of health as Mithrax does, so should take roughly the same amount of time to kill him when we're just focusing on him. Alright. Just a moment here.
You know what's crazy? I don't think I've actually tanked this boss. You guys have killed him without me both Tuesdays.
Did we? That's not true. We killed him the first time with you.
Yeah, the first week you were here.
Was I? Okay.
Well, that gives me lots of confidence.
I think it was. It must have been like really easy or something.
It was very easy. We one-shot him.
Can somebody drop a bank?
There.
Alright, so here are the assignments I'm going to give out. Dwarf and Bedpost, you're both here, right? Bed just spoke, obviously.
Not
Dwarf,
the
you're
guild
here as
bank,
well?
a regular one.
Cool, so Dwarf, you're going to have basically no assignment in Phase 1, but in Phase 2 and Phase 3, you're going to be on the same run into ads and explode duty. So, that's your job. That's about it for you.
Solid.
Yeah, it's not the most wonderful one. Now that said, depending upon how much raid damage they're taking, how easy it is for bedposts to get to and from the cudgel points, some people like to right before the boss gets to full energy have a taunt swap and then have that tank already be sitting at the ideal place for the cudgel. So then they, once he targets them with the cudgel, then the original tank taunts back. So you can do that. So none of the tanks actually have to move around, or at least have to run once they're targeted. Yeah, we could do something like that if we need to, but I'm not going to schedule it. I don't think it's necessary for the fight. I'm just going to have beds in the center. I'm going to mark all that in just a second. Let me see here. So that means bedpost in phase 1. In phase 3, you'll be tanking Talok, and in phase 2, you'll be tanking the Coalesced Bloods. Regarding the Coalesced Bloods in phase 2, there's a particular way I want to handle them to make sure we don't have any accidents. So the Coalesced Bloods are the elite ads, the one that kind of look like Red Shaw, that every few seconds drop a void zone on the ground. Because of that, we have limited space in phase 2. So I want you to pick up the ad and tank it as close as possible to the boss as you can, and as you run out of room, I want you to move him. And ideally, so we don't have to run around the entire room a lot as a caster, I want you to kite basically from the if you can, I'm going to put a mark on my head. If you can look at me real quick, bedpost, be very careful. Theoretically, say you pick up an ad and you grab it right here, then you kite a little bit here, then you kite a little bit here, then you kite a little bit here until you're almost at the edge, not quite at the edge of the platform because you want to leave a little bit of room for people to be able to move around. And once you get to the edge here, then you move over a little bit and then you start kiting up. So you're basically going to zigzag in a circle around the room. So you start towards the boss, you come towards the wall, you rotate around a little bit, you move back towards the center, you rotate around, then back out. So you go in and out, zigzagging up and down, leaving a thin line to traverse along the edge of the room. And that thin line along the edge of the room allows people, range and healers, to stand there safely without ever having to worry about moving from the pools. It allows them to stay far away from the ads that fixate on people. It allows melee to run to that safe spot if they get fixated, and guarantees as a spot people can stand in to dodge the lasers during phase 2. All good. I don't remember how many of those ads spawn. I think it's like 4 or 5. Once we kill them all, we lust in phase 3, and then we just make short work of the boss. In phase 1, what I'm going to do here for positioning is I'm going to ask that hopefully these markers work on the elevator. We will see.
There's an elevator?
Yeah.
We're standing on it.
Don't fall off. So I want people, when they get fixated by the debuff, to try to keep all the pools within this little side. So everywhere between circle, X, and purple diamond, this little chunk is where I want people to be dropping those. So the whole raid should stack in the center next to the boss. As soon as you get that debuff, make a beeline over for X, purple diamond, circle, and kind of drop shit over on this side. When he's getting ready to cast the cudgel and throw it, we need to run to the opposite side of the room. So opposite of the X, which would be, I'm going to put a square. So over to the square, so that we don't take a lot of damage when he does the cudgel. If we do this incorrectly, then you'll just take a shit ton of damage and almost certainly will die. So just make sure we're doing that. So every single time bedpost, he gets the full energy, he targets you with the cudgel, you need to run to the blood crap over here against this side where we're standing right now, to the biggest clump you can, so when he uses the hammer, as much of it gets absorbed into the hammer and disappears. If you don't clear enough of it out, we may run out of room. When we get to the last phase, that's no longer important. If you get the debuff, just run up against the back wall, just run away from any way you want, and the tanks can target whatever the largest clump of shit is. Just make sure you avoid the tanks, and tanks give us a heads up of where you're heading so that we can, in fact, let me at least mark bedpost so we can see him. But we don't have to do anything strict there. There's lots of room. There's lots of little ads that people kind of need to avoid while the tanks are absorbing them. So we don't have to do anything strict there. We can just treat it like normal at that point because it's pretty easy. Just still make sure you're avoiding the tanks when the cudgel's cast.
Alright. So the way you explained it, the boss will be facing this way during the fight, right?
No. It doesn't matter which way he's gonna be facing. It's
so the lasers knock us back. Will we be on the side with the pools or the side with square?
The lasers are only during phase 2 during the transition, at which point all the pools get absorbed into the boss.
Okay.
And then new pools will be forming everywhere. We'll be
Alright,
avoiding all
that was
the...
my only concern. Okay.
Yeah, but see, Zach, the gunplay fucking blows and fart nut.
If everybody checks ready, we'll be ready to start here. Okay. We're gonna do a countdown. We'll go in here. We'll see how this goes.
Whereas Call of Duty, even though it's
Lust will
arcadey,
be saved to last
still
phase.
has good gunplay.
Follow me, and range and heal should try to stack up on me. Get ready. Run back, you two. Run back to the purple diamond X, and oh, that's the exact opposite side I wanted everyone to go to with that debuff, guys. When you get the debuff, you have to run to the X circle purple diamond. You can't run in any other direction. That's the strategy now. It's critical that you have your back there so that you can very quickly run over to X purple diamond and circle. Well, we're gonna run to the X on this first one, and tanks are gonna have run to the X. Tanks absorb the biggest clump of that blood you can. Biggest clump of it. Alright, now stack back up again. No, the next ones are in 2 seconds. Make sure you run back to the X, whoever gets it. So shake and rev and get back there. Good. Good. Back up afterwards. Now we should be running to the square. Next time he's going to cast Cudgel. Can you make him face away from the, face towards the square so that, yeah, melee can stand with their, closer distance to the X.
Hey,
alright, there'll be another plasma discharge in 8 seconds. Watch that. Alright, Yuri and Holy run back. Then after this one, we can run towards square, everybody. You can run preemptively. Bedpost, get over to the X. Okay, and right back into position. Rinse, repeat. We just do exactly what we just did.
This guy seems like a bitch.
This is the first of 3 phases, so give it a little bit of time. Alright, discharge in 2 seconds. Just get ready to run over to the X. Oh, watch out! Don't stand in the path of the hammer. Okay, there. Oh, we're hitting the transition. Don't let blood be in between you guys. Let's head up against the wall. Back up against the wall if you can. Don't fall off. There's the first coalescing blood. Well, that's not great. Coalescing blood needs to be picked up by you, Bedpost. It's punching everybody and dropping blood in all the wrong places. It needs to be in melee as close as you can to the boss and not near the edge of the room at all. This is what I was talking about. Alright. Keep them as steady as long as you can. Alright, lasers are coming up, guys. They're going to 3 lasers total. This first laser, it's safe where we're standing if you don't keep rotating him for just a second. If you guys can stand back by me, this is safe over here. First laser will be coming through the ground in just a moment. There it is. Alright, next laser, we got plenty of time. I should not be pulling aggro. My damage sucks.
Hey,
right,
Dasher, on that side.
Rotate towards the square. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Rotate to the square. We have plenty of time.
Another blood
over
up.
to the square. Yep, that's what I was saying. Over to the square, guys. And we got to rotate one more quarter turn over here to where I am, and it should be safe over here. We should have 1 battle res. Pick up Kinky. I don't think we need the DPS. We have 2 coalescing bloods up. Should be the case. Make sure you grab them both.
Yeah, I was scared to run through the blood.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Not now. Don't want explanations during the fight. After. Put them in the center, please. I'm gonna lust to kill these ads right away.
I got punched down.
Placement of that shit sucks.
Beware.
It's as long as it's against the wall, it's fine. It doesn't matter anymore. There's no set spot for it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
No, we don't have 2 tanks. Well, half the group's dead, and I don't think Dwarf's gonna survive without those heals, so go ahead and just run into a blood and die. This is why people shouldn't get overconfident. Phase 1 is a joke. Phase 2, we need to make sure we pick up those adds immediately and keep them away from the edge. Very quickly, they ran all against the edge of the room and made it so that there were limited space where we could stand to successfully avoid the lasers. People had to run through blood patches and stuff like that. So I look like a total of 4 of those coalescing blood spawns. So we need to make sure we pick them up right away so that we can kill them. If we start falling behind, we'll have more than one up, and then we're having tons of blood put on the ground one after the other. So let's be careful about that.
I'll make sure to clean up that phase 2 next time. I apologize.
I apologize, Aster, but I wanted to say this now. I don't understand the laser. Can you explain it real quick?
If you stand at the edge of the elevator and you aim your camera kind of off the elevator, you can see there are 3 laser beams that are just cut across the room from one side to another in some pattern, and you just have to make sure as the elevator passes through the laser, you're not standing over the laser so it doesn't zap you. So
okay.
So yeah, you just have to, like, if you don't see them, then when it passes over you, it's just going to instantly kill you for the most part. It's these white-yellow lasers. So if you just stand at the edge of the room and you look down, you can see underneath the elevator and you can see where the 3 beams are, and you just have to not stand in their path.
That makes sense, because I was seeing some kind of laser from those eye drops, and I thought that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, it's super easy. It just means that at a certain point you have to be at a certain position. But
I just stayed with the group and I lived.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a mark on my head. I'm just gonna say, hey, if you stand by me, you're gonna be safe, and that's that. And I'll make sure I stand far enough away from all lasers that melee can be relatively close as well. Were the marks did not go down with us, did they?
No.
I didn't think so. That's not how Blizzard designs. That's not how they set up. Well, that's not how that stuff works. Okay, but otherwise, yeah, should be fine. So ideally, we get down to the bottom. There's only one of those adds still alive. We can very quickly lust. If need be, Dwarf can grab the adds while the last ad while Bedpost picks up the boss, and then we just repeat, and that's it. All the blood pools on the ground run to X, purple diamond, and circle. They should be on this little half of the room so that there's a common place that we can all run away from to avoid the cudgel damage. It is a moderate to high amount of damage, and if we're not on the opposite side of the room, we'll take way too much. So we want a predictable place to stack the blood up. And stack it as close and as big a clump as you can, because it all gets absorbed in kind of a small radius. So if you put gaps in it, it's not helpful. Okay. Here we go. This is probably only going to take probably do this next go. This is very easy.
2, 1.
The first plasma discharges in 4 seconds, so just be prepared. Don't run off. Baha and Rev.
Yeah.
You should run immediately to the wall first and then start kiting along it. Don't put it in the center. Try to get all of them against the wall. None of them should be this close. Because then we get knocked into it like that and then people die. Run to the square and run that over. Get to the square, guys, so you don't take a lot of damage. If nobody dies on the elevator downshifted, we'll see about picking you up, but I'll have to hold it until after the elevator. Wave and Rev, get back over. Remember, over to the circle.
That's the wrong way.
That's the wrong way, both of you, Jesus. And there's gaps in it as well.
I'll compensate. Just dump them all over there.
I made it closer.
On that side. There, guys.
Majestic boss, so it's easier for you.
Yeah, just flip them around.
Still run in the same direction.
You run back to square. Keep all the blood together. If the first group of people put in the wrong place, then the second group needs to put in the same location. Otherwise, we could run out of room. So Yuri and Zul run back.
4, 3.
By the way, I keep seeing
people gotta move immediately.
I keep seeing people hesitate in dropping the first blood next to us. You want to get to the wall and drop all of them along the wall if you can. You don't want to drop a single one anywhere remotely close to the center if you can avoid it. Like
It starts dropping as soon as you get casted on, like within not half a
you have
second.
you have a 2-second delay. You can start running. So just keep running it back to the existing blood.
I need to get closer.
Yep. Going into this
mark
phase
on your head, Dastard.
with already 3 people down is ridiculous. Immediately the coalescing blood ran to the edge of the room and then immediately dropped blood there.
Sorry, I did not see it spawn.
It spawns almost immediately. Alright, over by me will be safe.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, if you notice, none of the blood on the ground, not all the blood on the ground got picked up and absorbed, so it's imperative that we keep it clean, otherwise we will run out of room at this phase.
There's another one.
Got the next one. Actually, my...
I need to get closer.
Well, where I'm standing is safe for all the lasers, just a heads up, so if you're a caster, if you stay here, you're fine. There's another coalesced blood, pick it up. We're gonna have to rotate a little bit.
I need to get closer.
There's the second to last laser. Careful, the next laser is underneath the laser we just passed, so just be careful. It's coming through, watch out, don't walk forward, bed. There's another coalesced blood. Did somebody just dash off? Yep, 2 people fell off the elevator. Alright, well, tanks, pick up the correct things. I'm gonna lust so we can kill this coalesced blood as fast as possible. Oh, both of them. Keep them
Dwarf, get him off me.
keep them as still as possible so that we don't keep getting blood all over the place.
It's too far
Just
away.
drop these against the wall as far away as possible.
Not ready. Beware.
Focus one of them down, guys. If we try to focus both down at the same time, then we're gonna get twice as much blood put on the ground. Run over the pack of blood. Get away from it, guys. Get away from the pack of blood. Get away, because the cudgel's gonna be cast. Yep. If you're anywhere near that the blood when that cudgel's cast, you just get killed, guys. You have to be on the opposite side of the room. If the ad's up, you just have to book it away from the ad. I mean, the cudgel was cast just a few steps away from you. There's no, and you died a second afterwards, so you definitely took damage from it. Alright, now at this point, guys, just tanks. I'm gonna put a marker where I want, or bedpost. I'm gonna put a marker where I want you to clean up. So clean up over by the triangle, and we'll stand over them the opposite side from the triangle.
Sound good.
Yeah. Just drop whatever blood exists as far away as you can. Keep it as tightly packed as you can. Alright, run away from the triangle, guys. Get away from the triangle side.
Who do you want me to buzz?
Ooh, that's a question.
I think Source is top DPS.
Shen, I think. Yes, Shen and Source are up the top, so pick Shen up. Do not put yourself in between the cudgel and the boss, because when he charges off like that, he will throw you off to the side. Yeah. I like that. So you can never be in the path of the cudgel, otherwise he'll trample through you and potentially kill you. So yeah. I'm gonna move the triangle to the next place to clear. It should be fairly obvious, but try to clear right about there where I've marked up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Right. Get to the opposite side of the triangle. We're still losing people.
I died to the cudgel.
Alright, we should be stacked up near the boss, guys. Stack up near the boss, then healers can keep us all topped off. The ads are approach us in a very predictable manner. But when you get this debuff, the sanguine static, you can actually aim it away from the group if you run quickly off to the side. I guess just clear that clump over there. We're definitely going to run out of room with all of our DPS dead. But yeah, if we had everybody up here, this phase would be a joke. We just need everybody to get to the opposite side from the cudgel and make sure we have a clean phase 1 so that we have an easy phase 2. At this point, just jump into this crap and kill yourself, guys. It'll take less time to clear up to this phase again than trying to struggle through this. So we should treat phase 3 pretty much the same as phase 1. I think I'm just going to throw down 2 markers again. Just going to throw down a marker where I want people to run to. I mean, there's going to be 3 people dropping blood, so you're going to have to obviously just keep putting bloods next to previous bloods. But yeah, if we spread out like that, just healers are going to have a nightmare trying to reach everybody. And then when we all run to the opposite side, we're all kind of scattering, so healers can't reach everybody, including tanks. So I'm just going to put a single marker. What will it be? I'll put a star where I want people to drop blood, just as a center place to drop blood. Actually, what'll happen is, Dwarf, when we get to the bottom, you'll tank the coalesce blood and drag it to a wall, and that'll start putting blood in a little clump against the wall. That's the point where I want people to start stacking blood up, so wherever that happens to be, and then we'll just keep making the thing of blood bigger and bigger. Worst case scenario is if you're, for some reason, not stacked up in the group and you're a little bit off on the side. If you get the debuff, just run to the nearest wall. The blood doesn't all have to be together, but we want a large enough clump in one spot always so that bedpost does have something to clean. And we'll just make sure we always run to the opposite side of the room, but it should be fast.
You said a star for the bloods?
I may not drop it because it's gonna probably keep moving around, but like honestly, it doesn't really matter so much in that phase. Like if you get it, run to a wall, place it in a clump, don't put gaps in it, and as long as we stack up and we have a unified, it's clear that bedpost runs to one spot and we run to the opposite side, so that there's no we don't take massive cudgel damage, then we're fine. So that's the only thing that matters. There's always enough blood for him to be cleaning up. Alright, so let's try this again. When we start, run forward and have your backs to the X, and make sure you run very quickly back to the X. We need this in a big, tight clump around the X.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
First people are in 3 seconds, so but you should not be on the other side of him if you can get it. Run back to the X. There you go. Perfect. Whoever gets the static put on them, run to the side if they can.
Den has aggro.
Careful. So Shake, if you can run off to the side. Perfect. That'll prevent people from getting knocked back if you can run off 90 degrees each time that's done. It's not critical, doesn't wipe us, but it's just helpful. Alright, to the square, and bedpost has to run to the other side, so. A couple people didn't make it all the way over here and they took half their health. Watch that. Alright, now drop bloods close to the circle so they just stays in a single clump. Cyber and Wave run back. Perfect.
Careful, the mace is right behind you guys. Yeah.
Yep.
I need to get closer.
Also be careful dropping blood on top of one another. Wave and Cyber. You guys are dropping right on top of each other. We should have one more round of bloods. Run that off Fury to the side. Alright, run those back. Alright, run to the opposite side, guys. Get the biggest clump you can. Get as much. You should be hitting the transition soon. So, oh, do not stand directly in the path of the hammer. Stand behind him, but do not have that hammer directly behind you. Run those off to the wall.
It's too far away.
If nobody else dies here, right when we hit the transition, pick Cyber up because I want all our DPS up to kill these ads quickly. Alright, I'm running over to square to start. Make sure you pick up the ad right away. The first ad already appeared. Alright, pick Cyber up, please. Before his body ends up who knows where.
Can't reach.
Can you reach me now?
No, you're upstairs, I think.
Yeah.
I think your body's stuck up there.
Yeah, my body's like stuck in the wall.
Alright, for the first laser, over by me will be safe.
I need to target something first.
I'm putting a different mark on my head. Putting a square. So I can mark the coalesced ad to kill. Alright, stand over by me, guys. Careful. If you stand to my right, you're gonna get hit by a laser, so be careful. Baja, look careful. That's very close to it. Alright, blood's a little bit out of the range. We can't hit it. Where's the next laser? Next laser's cutting right through the center. The safe zone's over by the square again. Same place.
It's too far away.
Last laser is going to be... A square will also be safe, but you have to stand right at the edge. Otherwise, it'll be... Actually, you know, keep circle around quick, circle around quick. Quick. Yep. Yeah, standing at the very edge would have been safe, but it was going to be too risky. People were standing in a clump. We should have. I should have called that. I didn't expect...
Alright, pick up the ads, Dwarf.
Same situation again, though. This is basically just an exact repeat of last attempt.
I think Baja's lagging.
Alright, those ads can't be kited away from the... Alright, I'm changing things up here. Hold up.
4, 3, 2.
There, star. Guys, I'm just gonna call a wipe. We might be able to pull this out of our ass, but it's gonna be a giant headache. Let's actually do this cleanly. Like, all we have to do is get through phase 2 without it being a clusterfuck, and phase 3 will be trivial. If you notice, Dwarf, I just put a star up in a corner. That's where I want you to grab the ad and bring it back to as soon as we get down, as fast as possible, and I want you to drop all the bloods in that corner. Like, those ads should never leave that corner. They should die in that corner. So start in the very, very tiny, like, tippy back corner behind the star, and then just zigzag back and forth and fill that entire corner up. The blood should not leave that kind of grating area you see around the star.
Okay.
But yeah, that way everyone can be in position to kill it right away with the lust. We should only have one of those up. Be careful, bedpost. You were cutting the ads around for the most part fine, but a problem happened where you started, like I called for everyone to stack up over by me, and then you started kiting in the opposite direction, and then I don't think any of the range could DPS the ads for like 20 seconds, which slowed us down.
I'll try to keep them closer.
I'm gonna blink over the pools.
Yeah, I keep getting caught up in the pools. I just can't blink over it.
You can totally blink over it. There should be nothing about them that stops you. Blink isn't like the Warlock teleport, which actually very quickly moves you from one position to the other. The actual blink teleports you from one position to the other. You're never in between the positions. So nothing in between unless it blocks line of sight should stop you, and these pools definitely don't block line of sight. Alright. Let's do this again.
5.
I'll give people a heads up a little bit sooner about the beam. Sorry, that was my bad. I should have given better instruction there to make it a little bit clearer.
Battle shot, please.
Run those back. They're on opposite sides. I can't stress how critical it is that they're in the same locations. This phase you cannot, like, even if you get one accidentally a little bit off away from the X, you have to get the majority towards the X.
Sorry, I ran too late with it.
Run it behind us back to the X, we'll run to the square. And now let's just start using this next clump behind us, so we'll run to the X to survive, and we'll have the squares where we'll put our blood. Accept that. Run those back.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, get ready, run through the boss. Try to get right onto the square marker bed, and I think that'll get most of it. Yeah, good. Just stay on this side, guys. Actually, no, let's keep the blood behind us. Yeah, let's keep the blood behind us. Just not the hammer behind us. Alright, pick up shifted before we get out of range of him quickly. Alright, Close Blood's already up and punching people. There we go. Alright, where I'm standing is should be safe for every single laser beam, but I cannot mark that. Actually, take a couple steps over to my left. The rightmost laser beam is a little dangerous. Guys, watch out. If you're on the right side, get away from the X and the circle. Laser beam's coming through the ground any second now. Get over to the square quick. Quick. I had so many warnings. Alright, now sidestep over to me.
There's
Again.
blood over here.
You can stun the bloods.
It's too far away.
Stay by me, and then we'll sidestep to the left in just a moment.
I need to get closer.
Another blood over here.
Yep. Ah, shit. Watch out. Lasers coming through the ground right now, guys. Alright, the laser's right underneath us. We need to go over towards the square. Square marker on the opposite side of the room, guys. Get to the other side. Everybody, tanks included, to this side of the room, and we'll be completely far away from the shit. It'll be safe. Alright, we're good. We're good. Now let's kill this shit as fast as we can. In fact, I'm gonna start lusting now. Take this shit out fast. Alright. Don't use the star, Dwarf, use this corner here, because we're already here in this corner, so use the corner with all the white shit. Where that corpse is. Makes more sense. Alright, finish these up fast. Drop that crap against the wall, guys. And then get into melee range. Finish this ad fast. Alright, get ready to run through the boss. He's gonna get to full energy in just a moment. Alright, cool. Run behind out to the other side, get him into the middle of that patch of blood. Run over to me, the square guys. Alright, cool. Stack up on top of me. Or actually, let's well, yeah, just stack up here. Stack up here's fine. Stack up here's fine, and just run the blood straight back. Like, we have so much blood, we need to run everywhere. Just run the blood straight back here. It's fine. Try to get a little bit further though. Alright. So Ben, you're gonna grab the stuff behind me at the moment. Can you flip them around? Thank you. Watch the static. So yeah, Ben, you're gonna basically dash through him and grab the ship behind him. Basically behind us is where you should grab it, and we'll run through him each time.
Right.
That'll be what we stick to each time, just to keep some consistency. All right, run through him, guys, and Ben will run the other direction. All right, move back up to me as soon as the hammer happens, and we'll just alternate each time, and that'll prevent the hammer from ever being behind us. If you see those little ads, you can slow them down and give a dwarf time to run up into them. You don't have to kill them, but slow them down, and if you can root them from far away, that's a helpful thing to do. Watch that. He's gonna get to full energy soon, guys, so get ready. We're gonna run through him in just a moment. And Bed will clear some of the pack behind us. Alright, swap places. We only have to do this probably 2 more times, so.
It's too far.
Oh, fuck. Alright, I'll re-invite you back. I can't invite you because you're in combat, so. Watch Bed. Spam Bed at the very least, Novik, if you can't see the raid frames. Just make sure Bed doesn't drop. Bed, this time just clear the area right behind you, and we'll just stay on our side.
I need to get closer.
Run this shit back, guys.
Oh, that's right in the middle.
Wow, somebody was fucking lazy and they just killed half the group because they didn't fucking move. If we wipe now because of that, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Down.
2 million, yep. You got it.
Alright, I'm back on it.
I need to get closer.
Yeah, there's just no damage. Everybody's dead. Like, literally everybody died. We were all stacked up.
Beware.
I can't believe that fucking happened.
What killed everybody?
Someone didn't move and dropped a blood pool right in the center of everywhere, and we were all stacked up, and it just instantly killed us all.
It looked like 2 people on top of each other to me.
Then maybe 2 people dropped it on top of each
I
other.
moved over at the side of the room. You all saw me running back.
I was in the back as well, so that leaves you, Wave, of the 3 of us that were targeted.
Well, I started running the second I got it.
Well, a patch dropped right on top of everybody, so. That was silly, guys. That should have been a kill. I don't know why people are dropping during that phase, because there shouldn't be any reason for a death. If you're moving quickly enough when you get the debuff, you don't get hit by... You're not too close to the cudgel, there should be no reason to die in that phase.
Actually, the plasma discharge is hitting for more than what it's supposed to hit for. It's hitting for 50k, not 30.
I believe he does a slightly more damage on the phase.
No, what happened with the plasma discharge is if you're too close, you can get hit by more than 1 bolt.
Wait, you're mixing up the moves. Static is the one that way shoots the beams, and that's 60k. Discharge is the one where it ticks for you on 45k, and then leaves 15k ticking void zones on the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bubble when it does that at the end because I couldn't survive it.
Which one?
The sanguine that drops the pools. Somebody got close to me and dropped it right next to me, and then my own.
It should tick for 46k every 2 seconds for 4 seconds. So you should drop, I think, 3 pools, which does not align with the tooltip for this at all. But yeah, everything else is fine, so let's just do this again. Alright, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Plasma collection. Initiating blood dispersal of target host.
Go ahead and run in front of him at this point. I mean, you don't have to, so don't waste your DPS. But, yeah, there we go. Alright, let's get back into our previous position. Watch out for the cudgel.
Initiating blood dispersal of target host. Active. Cudgel retreat.
Alright, right by me is a great place to stand right now. Thank you for running off to the side with that. Run those back.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, run through them. A little bit. Well, yeah, we'll adjust a little bit.
It was the biggest concentration.
It was the biggest stump, yeah, it was just a little bit closer to us, but I don't think that made any difference in the damage we took. That was probably yeah.
It's not a problem, it's healable.
Just scoot over to the side, guys, so the cudgel's not behind you. There's a couple melee stacked up over on this side. You should probably move over here. Oh, it's fine now. Alright.
Evacuation in progress. Entering stand.
Alright, melt these fucking ads. I'll let us know where the first couple safe zones are in just a second. Let's see here. Alright, over to me by the square for the first laser. Don't stand on the other half of the room. Don't get near the X, because the thing's going to go right through it. And there's the laser. Next blood is up. Next laser is... I can't actually see. I know we're in a safe spot though. We're in a safe spot though. There's
No,
that
it's
one. It's
right
on the
under
opposite
you.
side.
It's right under you.
It already passed us. This is the third one, guys. I can see this one directly under me. It was that one that was missing. Alright, over to me by me is still safe. Kite this boss over towards the purple diamond if you can. Or kite the ad, thank you. Careful. Holy crap. Alright, and now over here still safe. Watch out. This is cutting right through the center, through square through X basically. So careful. Either be where I am or on the opposite side.
Somebody get over here.
Alright, that's the last laser.
Last
So get over
blood's
there.
up.
That was already the last laser, so let's take this ad out. Same deal here where Dwarf just take these ads back to the, I guess in this case the star makes the most sense.
I don't have a target.
Alright, take these out fast, guys.
Level at maximum.
Oh, we
That
dragged
one's
in
still on
opposite
bed.
directions. Well, the one on bed's about to die. Get this other one down though. You're gonna run him. Shit. You're gonna run him to where that ad currently is bed, which is on the opposite side of the boss. Run him over to the opposite side. Guys, run over here to me. Follow the square. Follow the square. Yep. All right. Well, this center spot is not great, but we're okay to group up over here for the moment.
I'm thinking I clear the
Burn
spot
shit
right
back.
next to him next one.
That might be, yeah, as long as we plan ahead for that, we'll be fine. Yeah, let's clear out the center spot. I guess that makes sense. So we'll run over to the exit door then when the time comes, and then you'll get that spot. So be prepared, guys. You can drop this shit wherever you want. Just make sure you get to the exit door where Cyber's corpse is after the next, or before the next cudgel in 20 seconds. So stay close to the boss, then get to the exit door in 20 seconds. Alright, run those off. Alright, head towards the exit door now. Careful. Use some cooldowns if you're dropping crap on the ground, guys. It does hurt quite a bit. Especially if you're running over existing bloods. Alright. So let's, yeah. I'll call for the next spot shortly. I'm just gonna play it by ear here, which makes the most sense, so... yeah, just stay here and just run shit back to the door behind us, I guess. Yeah. Clear up the clump to your left bedpost, I guess, and we'll run to that opposite corner. That's probably the closest clump, yeah. So after the next round of bloods, get ready to run over to that opposite corner, guys. Alright, run those bloods off and follow me up if you don't have the blood on you. Okay, Raiden, you're gonna want to on-cup soon. Shit, we're losing healers left and right. Let's get, as soon as this cudgel finishes, let's get battle reses on healers.
Raiden onks, he's probably gonna die.
Right.
He's in blood.
Yeah, it only hits 15k. Give it a try, Raiden, because it doesn't cost us anything. Cool, awesome. Let's get battle reses on.
They're
Novik,
both res. Revarian hasn't taken his.
We're good. Run those back, guys. Run those back. Run those back quickly. Good. Somebody ran a second too late there and dropped the patch very close to us, but we're okay.
Oh, Rev DC'd it looks like.
Looks like it. It's fine. We should be able to finish this before he gets the full energy, I think. So at this point, wherever just run the cudgel as far away from us as possible. Just run it to a corner.
Right up.
Yep. And, yeah, run those away, guys.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So people did not move away from that, but it's fine. He's about to die. 10 sanguine cells. Holy shit.
Much cleaner.
All right, 10 sanguine cells. So that's how you get 250 apparently.
So is there anything you can do with those if you are not a crafter?
No. You can shove them up your ass and that's about it.
Alchemists can't do anything with them either.
Enchanting inscription worthless.
Yeah. Hold on to them. They'll probably make a vendor for.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Since it's technically
I'm
like
not gonna
nurse, so just hold on to them. Don't.
I mean, Cyber was the Titan forged.
No, congrats to everyone who got loot here.
Are we just releasing or?
Yeah, just release. I think
Yeah,
we just
puts you
teleport
right here.
back here. So. Cool.
Do the plasma discharge hit harder on the last phase?
It seems to. I can't. I don't have
it hit
anything.
Me for all my health. It hit me for 46k twice, and then 30k, and then the storm hit me for 15k.
That's actually the numbers in the dungeon journal, so I think that's just a normal amount. There's just 4 people with it instead of only 2, so healers probably have a harder time.
Get over here, please.
Yeah. So I will need a minute here to coordinate the all the groups. I didn't organize them.
Well, I'm starting this.
What we had. Yeah. Well, but since I'm gonna actually take the time to do it well, I'm probably gonna just after we do this trash pull, we'll just take our break mad early.
That was actually really fun on Heroic.
Yeah, he's a neat introductory boss. He's not too complicated, but he's not too simple. You have to, like, there's only a couple things you have to do, but if you don't do them correctly, you just take too much damage. So, he's a good balance. Now, as a reminder here,
Interesting how like Blizzard changed it up, where like they always made it the first getting to the first boss took like forever, so you just couldn't farm them.
yeah, they've got jumped back and forth between
Now
the amount of trash between them.
place, no trash at all.
Oh, and Taurus.
Yeah, the crash of the first boss wasn't too terrible. Alright, so, oh, right, larva. These are probably gonna hurt when they die, so I'm gonna stun them, and I'm gonna walk away.
Screen, and it when I log in, I see an accept a res, and it boots me out immediately.
Huh. What if you release?
I can't click on anything. As soon as I log in, it kicks me out.
That happened to me the other day. I had to wait around for about 5 minutes for the system.
Well, I think we're taking our break, so
We're gonna take our break. I'm gonna kick you out as well, Rev, in case it teleports you to the graveyard and fixes it.
Okay, that would be good.
When you get back in, I'll invite you. So yeah, let's just. Again, this is a weird time to take a break so early, but I'm gonna need 5 minutes here, and rather than just waste everybody's 5 minutes, let's just take a small break here. Let's not take a full 10-minute one, just like a quick 5-6 minute break, and then we'll be good. Oh, well, actually, yeah, you're fine. Go do your thing.
Hey, that res DC thing is a bug. You have to exit the game client if you want to come back before the 5 minutes.
Toss me an invite.
Bless you, Mom. Alright, let's start getting this together.
1 second, reloading it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I guess I'll Hearth just summon me back.
Alright, we get this next one quickly enough, and then we can jump back into Gahoon and start that that fun process. The good news is monks are OP for turning in the things.
The orbs.
Yeah, so if we had 2 warlocks, it'd be perfect. But with only a single warlock, we can put it up at one of the 2 orb placement things, whatever the fuck they call them, receptacles. One between a warlock portal, and then the monks doing their transcendence and a dash and all that. 2 monks can solo one side with basically, well, yeah. We would need just a pair of people for the right side, and then 2 monks on the left side with the warlock portal. So we only need a couple people doing it. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just 4 people total. Wow. It likely doesn't reset on the right side. That's easy enough to fix though. You just pick up the orb and then you smash it on the right side, and that forces it to appear on the left.
So you got this figured out?
Yep. I just need everyone to come back so I can assign it. It actually works out perfectly. We have 21 people, so that's 7 groups of 3. I spaced the healers out evenly. I tried to put tried to balance out interrupts and damage. And I don't give a shit about the first couple rooms in terms of damage. So I'm like, after 10-15%, since we ran out of time last this week actually in normal, I'm just gonna start sending people through a little bit sooner. Actually, almost immediately, because I don't know how much health the ads have. So it doesn't matter if we don't take full advantage of the room. I'd rather, 1, slow down if we're already a little bit ahead and waste a little DPS, or 2, just say screw it and just get to the last room as fast as possible, because there's nothing terrible in the last room that isn't already in the second room. So just getting to that last room as fast as possible before somebody has a chance to screw something up and die is better. This should be exciting to see who ends up getting chopped up by lasers, though. Single target's probably fine. I mean, there's only 3 ads that are gonna be spawned at a time, and by the time you get in there, at the moment it's already like a half a dozen people are in there, so it should go very quickly. Just give me 1 second. We're just waiting on.
I'm here.
We're just waiting on the tanks and cyber to come back, and we're good. I'm just gonna grab a quick glass of water. By the way, good job on that last one, guys, there. Got a little frustrated there when we died to something very simple and avoidable, but I mean, otherwise, we did fairly well. I was confused why people were dying, but it does just seem like the 4 people with the dots put on them is enough, and because we're not running directly behind us, and they're kind of just running wherever, is enough for healers not to be able to keep up, because there's twice as many people with the dot, and they may be running out of healing range. So if we just do something a little bit more strict and we just keep moving our stack up point and telling people to run behind us, I think we can keep everybody alive pretty easily. Yeah, I just erred on the side of just stand wherever, and it was fine. So I'll tweak that a little bit just to reduce some of the other player deaths. So. All right, if you're here, check ready so we can do this. So I can start listing out the groups. Everybody's checked ready but dwarf, so I'm going to call them out. First group is bedpost, bum, and Raiden. Same thing as before. Make sure you're getting those interrupts on those first three. They'll probably take longer to kill, so make sure you're focus firing down at least one or two so that you only have to interrupt the last one twice. You don't want to have two at low health that you have to then also interrupt a second time. So after that, it's Grim, Zul, and Huevos. After that, it's Yuri, Shake, and Novik. After that, it's sorry, did I say Yuri? Yeah, sorry, Yuri, Shake, and Novik. Then after that group, the fourth group is Source, Shen, and Raja. After that, it's Baha, Shifted, and Kinky. After that, it's Dastard, Cyber, and Byenden. And the last group is Dwarf, Holy, and Revarian. Did I not call anybody's name? I might have written somebody, or did I call anybody's name twice? I don't think that was the case. Good. All right, so I'm gonna, as normal here, I'm gonna call when you guys should run through. I'll give you a heads up when I first say, hey, this group is coming up next. Don't run through right away. I'll say when to run through, and if I say run through and then the laser grid happens, your priority is to survive here. So if need be, if you can dash through the thing and then get to the safe spot in the laser grid on the other side, great. If you can't do that, you may need to hold off, wait in the room, and then transition. I'll try to not call right before the lasers are coming up, but I may do that if we're getting late and I'm trying to rush us through, so just be prepared. Also be prepared, remember, for the lasers coming down from the ceiling. There'll be a bunch of circles on the ground. If you just stand in them, you're safe. They're not the little fire circles. They look exactly, I think, like the fire circles that normally hurt us.
Got it.
Yeah, don't stand in the normal fire. Stand in the grid one. It's great.
So I assume I'm just doing the same thing, going through with the first one and killing the ads.
Yep, you're going through and you're killing the ads. Yep, and Dwarf is hanging back and doing the dance through.
And then you also want me to get hit by every laser, right?
Preferably as few as you can manage.
Okay.
I'm going to assume
the good lasers.
I'm going to assume they one shot. What is it? 60k damage every half second.
Oof.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess yeah. If you try to run against them, you can get hit more than once. If you run through, maybe like worst case scenario, if you're gonna get hit, use a defensive and run through it as fast as you can. Maybe you'll luck out and only take one tick. If you take two, then it's gonna almost instantly kill you. All right, here we go. I'm gonna have the first group bedpost, bum, and Raiden almost immediately, just because I don't know how long it takes to kill these ads. So get ready. All right, first group, go for it. Bedpost, bum, and Raiden.
Yay.
Just have 120k each. That wind is also much stronger.
Yeah, noticed.
Don't stand in front of the boss, guys. Careful.
All three went on.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, everyone died.
All right, I'm gonna have to likely switch the people who are going through if that's the case.
Anybody have a Jeeves?
Yup.
Yeah, they all have 120k. But yeah, they did none of. Yeah, let's see here. I might need to send. I'm trying. If I send, let me see. Give me half a second to think. If it's better to send an extra, who to sub out for an extra.
There's a Jeeves up in the back,
DPS,
everybody.
potentially. But I think we need another DPS in there to kill them faster.
It wouldn't have been a problem, but that we weren't prepared for that wind.
I don't know. I will disagree because we've had casts come off before when it was 3 of you guys, and that's. I mean, I know you're rotating your stuns and all that stuff, but I don't know if 1 DPS is enough to kill 3 ads with 120k in time. Unless somebody does anyone here have just absolutely amazing AoE and cleave and would like to go first? If it's 3 DPS, they're gonna die. Is the problem? Because when they run through, they're all gonna get knocked down to half health, and the next 3 people who run through will instantly kill them.
I mean, I have cleaves, but my Shadow Fury I don't think works on them, so I'm useless.
Oh man, Daster, you should see what I can do with Holy Nova.
Me too. Just send us.
Just all the priests? Alright, the priests alone will go through. You priests
I
got
don't know
this
if
covered.
I like this idea.
I'll tank.
We got a fear.
I wonder if that
I've
works.
got bandages.
Are you sending a tank through, Dastard?
I am sending a tank through. I don't know how necessary that is, though. Like.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it is. They hit hard. Yeah.
They do hit hard. Okay. So.
Send your.
So you need a priest, a healer, and a killer DPS.
We're on heroic.
Like if it,
Good fun.
If it was
3
like
ads,
say
what I
if
did.
it was me and Shin, we could take one each and pop our touch of karma, probably get it down, but that's only 2. But that's a
Sunny
huge
and stream?
DPS loss if both of us
Can
go
you guys
through.
see Sunny?
Yeah, but it's irrelevant. We're just trying to race the last room as fast as possible. Yeah, I'm debating sending a 4th person. I think if we send 3,
there, right,
wait half as like if we send more than 3, it's too risky that people will die. But if we send 3, wait a second, and then send another person over, I think that might be okay. So who to do that with? We can send Shen. That should be fine, and then we'll all adjust. There'll be a gap there. That's fine. So Shen, you'll be wait for the first 3 to go through. Once health stabilizes, then you'll go through as well.
I don't think they like that.
Your AoE, Yuri?
Yes, I'm arcane.
I don't know what that means. You just
That
spam
means
your
AoE explosion everywhere.
You just spam your silly-looking purple gumballs all over the place.
Yes, and
All
does
right.
lots of damage.
All right. What's your crowd control like? Because it's not just being able to. You can interrupt one target.
I've got Frost Nova and counter.
I need interrupts. Yeah, I need control is the biggest thing. Yeah, I'm just trying to think who else has really good AoE control.
Probably a paladin.
Outlaw rogue.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, Arrow?
AoE CC.
Ah!
I mean, any. Oh no, that's right. Arcane Torrent doesn't do that shit anymore. So yeah, like a Shadow Fury works. A Stun Totem works. Like I need just for these first 3, because once there's 6 people, that's enough people that they can interrupt and kill them without much of a problem. But for the first 3, there has to be a DPS. Or excuse me, there has to be a tank. There probably has to be a healer to prevent them from dying. And
oh, did the ban list come out?
I could try that swap actually. Raiden and Kinky, I'm gonna swap the 2 of you. So Raiden, you're gonna go in 5th
Arrow,
now.
did the ban list come out?
First, because Kinky obviously throws. Oh, actually no, you're doing the AoE stun.
This
so I don't think I want to trade the
sign.
AoE stun for the damage from Kinky. No, that's a
I've got an AoE stun.
Yeah.
That's what
Does
I popped
fear
off.
work on them?
I don't know. I'd be surprised if blood could be feared.
Well, what are the big hitters? Or here, I can look it up.
I'm pretty scary.
I gotta see this shit. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Fuck it, Shen. I'm just gonna send you through. You got a kick, AoE kick, and we just need you just single target 1 ad down. Sorry, it is what it is. What it is.
With Hurricane.
Balanced druid with the
Astrograph's still on
giant
there.
pillar of
Black
light
Wing's
actually
still
is.
on there.
Actually, that's a good point. Grim.
You stack them up.
Yeah, they're gonna be stacked up by bed anyway, and you just need to put that big pillar of light on them, and then just kill them before that happens. So yeah, let's just do that because you're next up in line anyway. You're in group 2, so sorry. Yeah, let's just do that then. So bedpost, Bum, and Raiden will go through first. A few seconds later, Grim will go through. He's part of group 2. Wait for the AoE stun from Raiden. After that, get ready to do the
solar beam.
Oh
solar beam.
shit!
God,
Goblin's gone. They hit Goblin.
You will do the solar beam, but likely you'll want to wait till after the wind pushback. If you do it before, they may get pulled out of it as bedpost gets pulled around as well.
They straight up banned Goblin.
Yeah. One critical thing here, guys, whenever you're in the same room as Mother, if you start getting pulled by the wind, you'll very likely get pulled in front in the same direction as Dwarf. If that happens, just make sure you sidestep away from the boss to ensure that you don't get a cleave if it's coming up.
This is
it
fuck
hurts
Goki,
really
the
bad,
ban list.
and it could kill you. Shen, no, you're just going in the same. You're going fourth. You're still going. The only person that we change is Grim going through. I don't want to change all these things. If
Who is
we'll see if
Grim?
that's enough. Grim Druid, Gimma Druid.
you're
Oh,
fine.
sorry, my bad.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
so
I was
I'm
confused.
through. How
Huh.
long should I wait? Should I wait for you to say then go?
I'll call it.
Okay.
And it'll be the same thing when we go from the
Alright,
second room
so-
to the third room.
Holy crap! They hit two
You all set?
extra deck
The
monsters
silence
for
is a minute
Gokies.
long, though. I mean, the CD is.
Yeah, don't worry. We're not going to be transitioning to the next room for over a
That
minute.
Goblin's a huge hit, though.
Cool. Alright, here we go.
Because that's a
5,
big ass extender.
4,
I can't believe they hit
3,
that.
2, 1.
Shout.
Yeah, shout first, please, Wade. And alright, first group, go ahead through. Look at 3 people already brings us less than half health. It's very scary. Alright, go ahead, go through Gimma Druid. Go through so you can help with the ads. Alright, the next group will be Zulun Wave. Not yet though.
Oh god. The wind's so strong.
Alright, Zulun up. Nope, we missed all 3 again.
Oh no.
So yeah, right at the end of that wind is the point where they do that second cast, and that's the one we need to make sure we're interrupting with a beam or another stun.
Card Destruction and Morphing Jar got unbanned.
Also, it seems like the icon for Battle Shout gets wiped once you
What
go
was
in
Card
there
Destruction
because
again?
everybody had it.
The
Then they reapplied it one way in there and still didn't show up.
Sounds familiar.
I didn't
but-
have it, and then I had it afterwards. It seemed to work.
Everybody has it now.
To the people stunning in that room, try to save your stuns for when they're casting. I don't know if as soon as they come unstunned, if they immediately try to cast again. I don't know their behavior because I'm usually.
It's a half a second. They
Morphing
start
Jar is
trying
the
to
one that
cast,
resets the
and
game, right?
I shot past them, stunned them, and then
But I don't remember what
a
Card
second gust of that
Destruction
wind, because it like pushes you, lets off
What
a
the
little bit,
fuck?
and
A
then
Assault Core
pushes you again,
is-
and when it pushes us again,
They
we're just
limited
not
A
able to get
Assault
back. I'm gonna drop a Transcendence just so I can get back faster.
Okay, but we gotta like
They
they were
limited
all
A
almost
Assault
dead,
Core.
so we just gotta make sure that
Why
they're
the fuck
all
did they hit ABC?
that we get that interrupted. We're okay.
Draco Fighter, Aether.
And then I'm gonna trust that as we send other people through, we're not gonna let any
Oh, they
like
brought
everyone who
Stratos
goes
back to
through
one.
while you're killing
That's
those ads, split up between different ads and make sure they never get a cast off. Use whatever stun CC cooldowns
Yeah,
you have to
Morphing
ensure
Jar's
that.
fucking limited. That's crazy.
All right, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Virulent strain detected.
Just wait until you have lasers at the same time. First group.
Oof.
Sorry, but you suck. Gimma, go ahead through, yeah. There's that cast. Next group is Zulun Wave, go on through.
I don't have a target.
Alright, the third group will be Yuri, Shake, and Novik, get ready. Alright, Yuri, Shake, and Novik gone through.
I need a target.
Nobody else dies, we can battle as Cyber right before we leave. So let's see, that should be Yuri, Shake, and Novik. Yeah. Next group will be Source, Shen, and Raja. Oof, that cast almost got off. Alright, go for Source, Shen, and Raja go through.
Resistance to extreme heat.
Next one will be Baja, Shifted, and Kinky. Alright, go through you
Oh,
three.
that's
Baja,
good.
Shifted,
That's
Kinky.
really good.
Should only be 6 of us now in this room and a corpse.
That's cool.
Dwarf, if you can pick up Cyber, pick up the poor fool. Alright, next group is myself, Cyber, and Bioden. So myself, Cyber, Bioden. That should leave Dwarf, Holy, and Rev in that room.
Firewall is still limited.
And
oh, they
Cyber's
limited
corpse,
Electromite.
actually, so...
Yeah, present.
When the fuck did they
So there
limit
should be just 2
Electromite?
healers and Dwarf in that room right now, so... Alright, after the next cleave, go ahead and come into this room. Just make sure the cleave happens first, I don't want an accident.
Make sure you're watching the walls in this room when the
Yeah,
beams come
stay away
down.
from the walls, guys. Get towards the center. Alright. Yep, because the wind is now faster than us. Alright, everybody through. Everybody through. Alright, now we got lasers, guys. This is where it gets interesting. Alright, kill these ads. Oh, there's the first set of lasers, guys. Get into the gap. Alright, so the first group should be Bedpost, Bum, and Riot, and you guys should go through. Get out of that fire. Alright, so Bedpost, Bum, Riot, and then Gimadru should follow.
My kick is on cooldown.
Shit.
I got first.
Just make sure you guys got those. Next group will be Zul and Wave soon. Watch that strike. We missed one cast. Yeah, missing that cast is fatal. We can't miss one.
2, 1.
So yeah, to the people who are going through first, when we get that last batch of ads, don't throw any interrupts. There's like 21 people to interrupt 2 ads at that point. We do not need you guys to be on cooldown. We need you guys to be available for that last room. So just make sure you have your solar beam, you have your interrupts, and all that up going into that last room. But if it's down, we're fucked. We need every single ability.
Stuns also work on those guys.
Yeah, that's what we've been cycling through. Stuns, interrupts, and silences.
When did they fucking limit Electromite? No, now.
Fear does
That's a
not
new
work.
thing.
I tried.
I suspect as much. Does anyone know if knockbacks or grips work?
Seems like such a weird limit, though.
Yeah, the knockback.
Because fucking magicians
Knockback
haven't been
does?
doing shit.
Yeah, my Typhoon knocked.
Oh man. I'm
And
really
they
good for
limited
that room.
Omega?
I got a quick
Holy
interrupt,
crap.
a stun, and a knockback.
Dude, like I said, fucking Exciton Knight's back! Hell yeah!
Alright.
That is fucking
That's
awesome.
fine, Cyber. If you gotta, go for it.
Dude, fucking awesome.
We have How on. I
Hornet
did not
drones
realize
is limited, that makes sense.
We can bring How in.
Super Poly's back.
Cyber.
Oh, that's
Oh, I
gonna
didn't know he
that's
wasn't
gonna
there.
shake some shit up.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Cosmo Dark Destroyer
I invited
was
him.
limited, now it's semi.
Oh.
Called by the Grave is now
If he's
semi-limited.
AFK, then he's lost at the moment.
Limiter
Keep
removal is now semi-limited.
Alright, so Cyber was in the second to
Scapegoat
last
is now
group.
semi-limited, and Terra is now semi-limited. Holy
What
fuck.
to do there?
They pulled off
We'll keep it the same. We're not going to change anything.
towers,
That's how that last
Disc
pull went.
Commander, different dimension, and Ring of Destruction. Dude, there's some seriously cool fucking changes to this.
Alright.
Like, there's some seriously
Otherwise,
cool
the first
fucking
transition
changes.
looked good. The lasers were straightforward. We didn't see any of the lasers coming down from the ceiling yet, so seemed pretty straightforward and easy. We just got to get people through between the lasers. And we'll be
Knocking Called by the Grave,
Alright, here we go, guys.
Scapegoat, and Terra down to 2 each. That seems really, really good adjustment.
good.
I
It's
really
just
like that
survival.
adjustment.
It's just survival into the last room. Then we lost and we make quick work of her.
Thanks for letting me know that came up. Like,
Spread
that's
out if you
fucking
can,
awesome.
so those fire patches aren't. Alright, first group, and Gimma, go for it. So yeah, do take advantage of the fact that you can see the wind a second before it actually starts pulling, so you can start running against it beforehand.
Oh god, no, stop casting, no, shit.
It went off.
Yeah.
This is where I'm sad I don't have an AoE interrupt.
What? Don't you have one?
Vengeance does.
You have a silence
Havoc.
sigil. You have a sigil you can put on the ground that silences everything, and you have one that stuns everything.
Oh yeah, it takes 2 seconds to detonate, but...
I mean,
Not if you talent out of it.
And even then, whatever, the totems take 2 seconds as well. You can preemptively just do that to help chain stun them when you can't be near them.
I can talent to make it activate 1 second faster, but...
No, we need you to be able to put them on the ground. We need you to be able to move them. So like, if we're being blown by the wind, go ahead and drop your stun and get your silence ready.
Yeah, it's just for the times you can't, like, yeah.
Because that's the problem. I'm too far away that even when I dash back, I can't
sweep them
sweep
all.
in time.
Yeah, so I mean, between those two sigils, you guys should be fine. All right. Fort, please. And yeah, here we go.
Do you think I am a pally?
5, 4, 3.
Yes, I'd like wisdom from you, Wave.
1. Cleansing protocol activated.
Alright, first group, go ahead and jump through for it right away.
Oh,
Just right away, just so that you have less time with the wind. And then give him a second after.
For Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list dropped. Shit's fucking nuts. There's some good fucking adjustments on there. And some that like came out of fucking nowhere, but...
Next. Alright, finish those ads up. Yep, 2 casts, that's what I thought. You guys overlapped your stuns too much. I saw the 2 sets of stuns go at the same time, and as a result, the 2 seconds afterwards they went off. You gotta space them out. You guys have to have a fixed order for it. I think you guys are kind of too much.
Raiden, you're gonna go first, obviously. Bed, you're gonna go second. The wind should be down, and instead of waiting, as soon as we pull the boss, go straight through. We'll have maximum time. Alright, it's fixed now, Dastard.
Good. Just call them out
Man,
as it's going on. As we're live, so they we ensure
stuff.
they don't interrupt.
Like, this is gonna shake up the meta a ton. Like, that's gonna completely change how we're playing high tier Yu-Gi-Oh.
So what's the stun order? So y'all are gonna stun them.
Right, Raiden's gonna go
first.
first.
Are you coming in tomorrow, Arrow?
As soon as they come up, they start that first cast. Preemptively drop your totem. Watch their cast bars. Once the wind starts blowing, if we're still having issues,
I'll type in.
Bed's gonna drop his, and then by that time the wind should be over, and I will transcend this right back to them and leg sweep if they're still casting.
I mean, once the wind has finished, I mean, what's the duration on the solar beam? It's at least like 10 seconds, right?
Yeah, it's 8 seconds.
Then after the wind, if you throw solar beam on top of the clump of them, I don't think they're gonna last more than 10 seconds after the wind, and then that's just a guarantee.
What time will we be in, bud?
So the wind blew them forward, so I typed in them back into it.
Yeah, save the solar beam for after the wind just to be safe in case
like, I keep
they
fucking
all
looking
don't
at
end
this
up in
like.
it. And I think
I don't know why they hit
If you guys do the stuns before the wind, and then after the wind, the solar beam, that should be plenty enough to die. I don't know what the timing is going to be like for once we get to the second room. The wind is going to be at a weird time, and we're not going to sure how it's going to apply here. But if there's a similar case with wind, try to save solar beam for after the wind. We'll just have to judge based upon when the last time wind happened. If wind just happened before we jumped into that room, then you can probably solar beam earlier. If there's no
fucking excited for Exciton
wind
Night.
is going to happen.
Oh, that makes me so fucking happy.
Here we go.
How's in here now?
Dude, I gotta text fucking Matt.
How? You and... No, he's not in Discord. Oh, I'm excited now, especially now that I know there's 10 Sanguicells. That's gonna let me craft a pair of pants after this.
Me too.
I'm so excited for that. Now 250 was so fucking daunting. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
I can get it in 2 months.
Well, yeah, because it was like 1 a boss. Yeah.
So
it's
fucking
like,
good.
well, this raid tier
so
will be over, but I'll have some nice new pants.
Yeah, so now it just takes 25 kills, which is just 3 heroic clears to get a piece of mythic geared.
Only.
Well, they didn't even touch any of the
I mean, it's for
stuff
mythic
either.
quality loot, so it's not a big deal. I'm fine with that.
What am I doing? Am I healing or am
How you're gonna DPS? You're going to go through the gate in the 6th wave of people. It'll be myself, you, and Bioden going through. Do not go through until then. Make sure you dodge everything: fire and lasers and wind.
Okay.
Cool.
And they like try to stop friggin'. Like, why would they limit A? That seems so weird.
5, 4, 3.
It's so weird to hit ABCs when like ABCs doesn't do shit. Nobody gives a shit about ABCs.
Come on, let's go.
Don't jump in right away. It's fire if you do that. Cool. Well, I'm pretty sure this is a wipe now.
Yay, wipe.
There was a reason I didn't call it immediately. If you notice on the poll, the room in front of us is on fire.
No, honestly, I never looked at it. I just look at the ball, yes, and then like talk to your voice says, but I got it now.
Yeah. I saw you dash forward, and I was gonna say something, but it was too late. I just accepted you dashed into a fire.
That was close.
Through the fire and the flames.
Nope, just right into it, and then that was it.
That was brave, though.
It was. You do get
Brave and stupid.
Yeah, if I ever need someone to dash into a fire to die for us, Bum, you made it look good, so that you're definitely the man for the job.
Well, that or cyber
Oh, yeah.
justice.
Yeah.
No, Cyber just stands there and dies.
Do we have
He
to
dies-
worship him now that he's martyred himself?
Oh, hell no. Bum, none of you owe Bum anything.
Bum owes me about 6K in pots, though.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, we can do pot. Oh, are you trying to I told you, just tell me how much gold you want. I can throw money. I can make it rain.
Yeah, here's the countdown, guys. I want to make
God
sure we
damn
get
it.
the kinks out of this before. I can't say things like that now. Get the bugs out of this before we before the end of tonight. If we don't get to Gahoon, I'm not too concerned. I would like to start practicing Gahoon, but I do want to make sure that this goes down. So let's make sure we keep up the pace here. So here's the countdown.
Took away my invoker too. That's nuts. They had some weird stuff to balance the meta.
Notice how the rooms are on fire.
Got it.
Fire bad.
No fire.
Alright, now let's
you
go.
can head through. I was basically waiting for that each time when I was calling.
Oh,
That's weird.
She went and punched Rev.
Do we get a battle res Rev?
What happened?
Yeah, just battle res Rev after this win. And we missed 2 interrupts. Do I need to swap things out, guys? Because this is not consistent.
I'm gonna go first.
Get me that battle
I'll put
red.
my sigil down.
Just make sure if we're calling this, let's call each one, please. Because I said let's call that, and I have a feeling somebody was waiting for the call.
Alright, right. You're gonna be back up during the win with either a knockback or your stun.
He can't knock back.
Oh, that must have been Sim.
Gimma can knock back.
If we don't have it by the time we take our next break, I can go fire. And I've got an AoE. Dragon's Breath.
I mean, we all have
hell's the same
CCs and
Sora
stuff like
Lotus?
I have 2. I'm just avoiding going through so that I can manage things, engage things in the other room. But like I can go through and it won't be a problem. I'll fix this in just a second if I have to. Yeah, I don't think we like I appreciate the offer for the people letting me know they have
What's a
extra
hero
knockbacks and stuff like
lives?
that and interrupts. We have the right amount. We just need to coordinate and
I don't know
use
what
them
that
is the
is.
thing. Like we don't need 8 interrupts and knockbacks to handle this. We just need 3 or 4. We just need to make sure those 3 or 4 are used at the correct time.
Super Poly's cool. A lot of cool old decks use
All right.
Super Poly. Mecha
Looks
Hornets.
like I'm missing a buff.
I definitely agree with
Shout,
limiting.
maybe.
Match the OCG there.
I'm doing new stuff? I'm not doing new stuff. Alright, here we go.
And yeah, all the semi-limits seem cool.
Do try to wait just as long as you can before heading through Gimma, just to prevent your ad from spawning at the same time as theirs. I would love for your ad to spawn a few seconds later.
Let's go. I got first stun.
Alright, now go through, Gimma. Alright, here comes the wind. And immediately, 2 casts went off.
I don't know how that happened.
Like,
They
my
were in the
sigils
beam.
should immediately do something when they explode, right?
Sorry?
My sigils should immediately do something when they explode, right?
If they're casting.
Like, here's what it got both stunned and affected by your runes, but it got the cast off beforehand. Like, they both got their casts off, and then they both got stunned. New thought. Everyone who has... does that work? Everyone who has point blank or not point blank, what are they called? Targeted AoEs. If you have a targeted AoE, stay near the thing and cast your AoEs through the portal. I don't think you actually
do that.
No, it won't work.
You can't cast it. You can sort of. You can't cast it through, but if they're close enough to the edge of the portal, you can cast it on your side, and if it overlaps with the other side, it'll also AoE them. So you can't put the center of the circle on the other side, but if the center is at the very edge
so
on
that's
our
why they brought
side, then it'll
Stratos back,
overlap a
is
chunk into
'cause
theirs. So
a
if you guys
hero
can if you can
lives
tank the ads as close as possible,
limited
we can throw some extra AoEs and probably even extra stuns in there as well.
You think Frozen Orb will go through?
Possibly.
I'm gonna drop a repair.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Wait, that's just a crafting anvil.
No, it's coming.
Oh, your little bot. Okay. But yeah, just tank them as close as you can to the actual blue thing. The whatever they're called. I don't know. Defense grid. There you go. Defense grid. Alright, here's the countdown. Let's do this. Considering DPS on the boss does not matter. Just this will give us a ton of extra stuns and AoEs. Still call things out, still coordinate things.
Man, I want to tank them right here inside this little gap. Come on.
Yep, I could cast my stun totem through the thing. So
shit.
So you can cast your Shadow Fury through it as well, Source. But we still got a debuff. Alright, second group go through. That's Zool and Wave. Zool and Wave go through.
Try to put them back over in this corner.
Yoink. Yoink.
Yep, you can just cast AoEs through it. It doesn't even have to be against the wall. You can just cast them through. Yuri, Shake, and Novik go through. So if you can do that, guys, just do that, and the ads will go down faster on these first couple. We'll have less risk. So that's Yuri, Shake, and Novik who just went through. We're gonna have to pick up the pace a little bit here, so get ready, Source, Shen, and Raja. Alright, Source, Shen, and Raja go through. Alright, we shouldn't have that many people now, so we should be okay. Next one will be Baja, Shifted, and Kinky. Baja, Shifted, Kinky go on through. It's alright, you can wait till the wind's done.
TCG players crashing. Like, is everything just, like, completely fucked?
Next group will be myself, Bioden, and technically Hao, but Hao is dead, so it'll be myself and Bioden, which go through.
I assume, like, Stratos cards are starting.
Remember, you can cast AoEs on top of
Hero
Mother
cards
if you're on
starting
this
to
side of
spike.
the wall, if you still want to be able to DPS there. Alright, last group go through. As soon as she finishes that cast, the tank and the two healers head on through. Alright, so remember, first group, bedpost bum right, and make sure you have all, and again, make sure you have all your stuff. Go on through. Go on through to the next room.
Top us off.
Laser grid, make sure you get to the laser grid gap. What?
It was all the way on the other side of the second zone. Third zone.
Yeah, why did everyone die in this room, though?
That I can't help you with.
To the people who died here, can you look at your combat log and let me know what killed you? Did you get cleaved?
Mine said defense grid.
Mine did too, and I was in the gap.
Yeah, the thing didn't even go yet.
Defense grid is the blue portal. The portals when someone jumps through, it AoEs us. That's not the laser grid.
But we were,
Oh.
We were all through,
$2
but it's
to
an AoE damage
$15.
whenever
Nice.
someone jumps through. The 3 people went into the 3rd room.
What kind of stuff was
and
spiking?
That's what killed you. Them jumping through killed you guys. But that shouldn't.
Hammer's still
No,
up.
that shouldn't be enough damage to kill. So I don't know why you guys it was enough to finish you. Why you guys were low in the first place. It depends upon the timing. I think we should wait until we have plenty of time. We have to wait at least until the ads die. I think that was the problem. I think the 3 ads. I can't imagine how that. Yeah, that must have been it. So people start AoEing, nuking them. Oh, right. Bedpost jumped into the next room. Dwarf isn't picking up those 2 ads that spawned from the 3 ads that spawned from him and the 2 healers. So those 3 ads were punching people, and because they were punching people, it was enough that when they went through the portal that it killed them. So yeah, let's just make sure we kill those 3 ads before you jump through and top people off. They're gonna die so fast we don't need a tank. That should be fine. Well, actually, if Bed's not jumping through, Bed can tank the 3 before he goes.
Yeah,
through.
I'll tank the 3 before we go into
So
the
yeah,
3rd room.
that was the problem. We just had you jump through before the ads were all dead. So we didn't have that problem before. So that's all we have to do. It's simple enough.
I agree
rushed
with
it.
you, Shan.
We'll have to time it. Well, is Holy? Wait. Wave and Holy. Are you guys DCing? Wait, yeah, hold up. Yeah, it looked like a bunch of people are running in place. Sorry, let's count down again.
I thought it was just me.
No, everyone's rubber banding around.
4, 3, 2, 1. Cleansing protocol.
Don't pull. Actually, just don't. Too late. Too late, isn't it? I think everybody's lagging fiercely.
I think it's just you.
It's just
I
me.
think it's
No, I was lagging also.
Let's go.
Yeah, first group go through. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
I've been
lagging.
having spikes all night.
Yeah, I have a huge delay. So first group should already be through. I hope they're through.
Yeah, they're through.
Oh, because nobody's run through on my screen.
Oh.
Gimli, make sure you're through. Throw some stuns and AoE through, guys. If the let me know when the ads are each dead.
Done.
They're all
go.
dead.
Next group, Zul and Wave go through.
You want me to call them out, Dowsker?
No, I don't
got
think
it.
I have them written down. So Zul and Wave should be through. Just let me know when the ads are dead, and I'll call out the names. Because my Discord's not lagging.
Ad's dead.
Next group, Yuri, Shake, and Novik go through, and let's battle Res Rev. So Yuri, Shake, and Novik should be in there now. When those are dead, Source, Shen, and Raja will head in.
Damn it, Bobby. What did I tell you?
Is Rev battle res yet?
They're dead. No, he's not.
Alright, next group, those Source, Shen, and Raja should be going in there.
Yeah, we're in.
Cool.
Now Rev is up.
Cool. When the next batch of ads are dead, Baja, Shifted, and Kinky are the next one.
They're dead.
Dead.
Alright, Baja, Shifted, and Kinky.
3, 2, 1.
Top us off.
After Baja, Shifted, and Kinky, it'll be myself and Bioden going through.
1.
Are they dead?
Now they are.
Me and Bioden go through. Rev didn't die again, did he?
No.
Okay, he's still not up on my screen. So yeah, Dastard Biden should be through. Once these ads are dead,
They're dead.
I think I've caught up. Cool. Yeah. So Dwarf Holy Rev, when you can come through, come through.
What?
Right after the strike, it would be ideal.
3, 2, 1.
Careful of Dwarf. Ah! Up, Dwarf got into the fire. Alright, you're good. You're good. Get through here. Tanker facing away from us. Good. Make sure we pick up and kill these 3 ads. Alright, here they are. Alright, first group get ready. Then after these lasers, first group goes through. That would be Bedpost, Bum, Raiden, and a few seconds later, Gimma. Alright, go for it. So group 1 should be going through. I'm not lagging anymore, so... Alright, Gimma, go through.
Alright. Oh god.
Shit.
Shit.
So... Next will be Zul and Wave as soon as these ads are dead. Make sure you get them.
Wait, what?
One came in here.
It's fine, just kill on our side. Stand in the circles, stand in the circles, stand in those circles quickly. Woe befall all the people who did not stand in those circles.
I got a massive lag spike, so...
I was lagging, I couldn't move.
Should I go?
Zul and Wave should go through, yeah. This is probably...
Wait till everybody stopped off. Go through.
Zul and Wave go through, yeah, we need to try to topping people off here. Next group will be, what was it? Yuri, Shake, and Novik will be next. Get into those circles again. Yuri, Shake, and Novik, get ready. I'll go through after this.
Wait.
Yuri, Shake, and Novik. Yeah, go for it. Yuri, Shake, Novik. We're still making good time. We're good.
What's Stratos going for now?
Another set of beams, guys. Next one will be Source, Shen, and Raja. Raja's
Okay.
down.
Clean.
So let's do Shen, Baha. Go through.
Better leave a healer in there because I'm down.
We will. Oh shit! How the fuck are we supposed to?
Oh no!
Oh my god!
How do we get to run?
I'm
Yeah.
Alright, there's enough time. It's just scary.
That was really
Run out. So next it should be Kinky, Dastard, and Bioden should be going through.
Good.
Actually, Kinky, stay here because Rev's dead. So myself and Biden should go through. Lasers. Oops. How did you guys?
Oh, Navi.
Alright, after we kill these ads, everyone go into the last room, and then we'll just finish this.
We do have a beaver.
That's just save it for this last room. Alright, as soon as this wind is done, enter this room.
Do you want Novik up?
Yeah, in this room. Yeah, res them into the safe zones.
I'm gonna res him in a second.
Oh, we lost Holy in the process. Alright, so this is it. Kill these ads and then just finish the boss. If we can battle res anybody else, let's pick them all up. Alright, stand in the gaps. Yep. This should be easy now, guys. Like, this is it. There's nothing else we have to worry about except killing the boss. Don't face the boss and just handle the beams. Move out of those fires.
Get away, get away.
Energy in this room does actually fill up, so you do have a certain amount of time before you die in this room. Get into the safe zone. We only have to get her down to 10% though, so we can do this. If there's... What? Oh, the other lasers. Wow, those are coming fast. Oh! Don't be in front of her.
Move.
Yep, just get some distance. Spam instant cast. Alright. You don't get hit by those things off to the side. Alright. Alright, we just got 20% to do and 50 energy here. We should easily have that. Just get to the safe zones. Run back to the other gap, guys. Run back to the other gap. Woohoo! That was close. Remember, you can survive the beams if you use the defensive, guys, if you're at full health, which everyone should be. So, run out of the fires. Just be quick on those. We have 40% for another 10% here, so 40 energy for another 10%. We should have that. Out of the fires. ready for the second laser beams. They usually follow up with the other one right after. Yep. We should be about to finish. Don't stand in front of her. Good job.
That's actually fun.
That's a lot of fun. That's a really fun fight. I absolutely love the lasers. The lasers coming from one direction to the other, they feel really good. It's good.
Oh, nice, Kinky.
Ooh, baby. Nice.
Source.
I'm gonna relog. Get rid of this fucking
All this
echo
mage
boy.
gear.
Good stuff, guys. Alright, so now we're gonna go work on Gahoon. Fetid Devour is gonna be our next thing that we tackle in Heroic. It's also not terribly hard, but it's a little bit of a step up from these first two. So the idea is now we want to kind of clear out normal, and then we'll continue focusing through Heroic. But good job, guys. I mean, we got both of these bosses our first night working on them. Neither one took more than an hour. They were both pretty satisfying and pretty...
How do we get back out of here?
I think we live here now.
Oh, there's a teleporter in the far corner.
I can just open the portal if you want.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, and
No,
we're gonna
there's
step out.
literally a teleporter
Oh,
right
yeah.
here
Are we doing Gahoon?
near
Yeah,
the
we're
elevator.
gonna do Gahoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, give them if you don't want that, I'm just saying.
It was a roll.
They're extremely nice.
Are we rolling on that?
No, it's a bonus roll for him.
Sad face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make sure we repair.
Oh, my two best stats. Yes. Or almost my two best stats. Close enough.
Where do we want to teleport to?
Is there anywhere else we can teleport to? Now I can craft. Now I can craft my 380. Where is the ruins descent? It just lets you teleport right back to where you are. That's funny.
Go to the entrance.
Yeah, the entrance. Entrance will step out. We'll step back in for Gahoon. Once we get down to Gahoon, I will have us take another short break, another quick 5-minute break here while I work through the groups. The plan here is to Shen and Bum. I'm gonna have you guys work with Source to solo handle the receptacles there, just because your classes are really good for it. So we'll have a Warlock portal set up on one side of the room, and the idea will be that you pick up the orb.
Can you change the difficulty, Dasker?
You take the Warlock portal halfway to where you need to get to, then you dash and then you Transcendence, or you Transcendence and then you dash, and it should take you to the place where you have to put the thing in. And you should be able to do that in one go by yourself. So that means that one of you will go first, then we'll have a pair of people handle the one on the right side, and then the other one of you will go on the left side again, and then we'll transition out of phase 1. And it'll just make that super fast. It might take a go or two for you to get used to it and where you need to put the Transcendence and all that, but once it should be super easy. The other person who can also technically solo soak, but we don't need a third person without another Warlock, is Wave. Wave can technically take the portal, charge to an ad far away, and then leap, and if he does all of that, he can get up to the receptacle as well. Alright, so... oh, good. It just teleports us into this pit. Alright, head down through this disgusting looking tunnel. Just don't run too far forward. You have to zigzag side to side.
The seals are broken. The end is here. Come and be the first.
I believe this is all the fight. None of this is trash. So, yeah. Bum, you aggroed this before, right?
Oh yeah, me and Shen.
If you jump in, it doesn't engage until you get close, right? You can actually jump down.
Yeah, you can get close. You can get in.
Okay. I regret immediately if anyone is about to die due to what I do, but... Yep. Okay, good to know. Can't do that.
Why?
Because for
Don't
setup.
release.
It's for setup. I wanted to see what we could do to set up on the sides. Oh.
Don't release, I can res.
You could have told us not to jump down.
Doesn't matter. Puts you in combat and kills you anyway.
Yeah, they'll still hit you from down there.
Yeah. Look, the first wipe we all know is the hardest. I just wanted to get it out of the way. Now the rest of this will be easy.
Okay, the Dark Young reminds me of what was it, Scary Movie with the like, take my good hand.
Let me use my strong hand.
He actually has a second hand. He has two. He has an arm sticking out of his weak hand as well. So there's two arms there. All right. So what it is, and this is, you have to be very, very careful. Source and Shen and Bum is if you guys set up on the side. If you run through the sys, it will not aggro. But if you accidentally auto attack one, it will immediately start the fight. So you can set up it by running through them and dropping your transcendence and all that sort of stuff. But if you accidentally punch anything there, it will immediately start the fight.
Okay,
So,
where do you want my...
Source, Bomb, and Shen, come over. Follow me real quick to the left side here. We'll take our break in just a second after this. So I just want to let people know a couple assignments before we do the break. Ow, that hurts. Soon as Bum and Shen. So the idea here is that the orb is going to appear from this little receptacle here, and you have to put it in at the very end of all this.
Oh, combat.
Oh,
Nope.
look who...
Soon as
And
you
that,
walk in,
yeah.
Oh, try to put... You can't put your transcendence ahead of time, can you? Shit.
No.
So you just have to, as soon as the fight starts, run up and put the transcendence down. Fuck. Alright, that's a little annoying.
Let's just try right now, Bum.
Yeah, just try it right now. Let's see how far
That's
you can
as
get.
far as I can reach from here.
Alright, good to know. So then, get there and see where you need to put your transcendence, and I'll put a mark down.
Do I need to go with them?
No.
Okay.
Alright, sorry
You're
about
welcome,
that.
Arrow.
Here's an idea. Guys, don't release. Let's go on our break here, and the people who need to set up can set up without, like, if they risk aggroing the boss, it won't kill everybody. So just don't release. Just stay dead. We'll take a
I'm
5-minute break.
gonna wait till I can feign death again.
We'll take a 5-minute break here.
So I can feign death again.
Source and Shen and Bum, feel free to also take the break as well. But before we get back, we need to basically coordinate a Warlock portal at the edge as far as it can go, and then after the Warlock portal, you want to either dash and then Transcendence, or Transcendence and then dash to get to the receptacle. Once you pick up the orb, you will slow down every second until 10% reduced movement speed every second until you have no movement speed whatsoever. So you just need to make sure you have between the dash and your torpedo and your Transcendence.
So there's one on each side?
There's one on each side, but you have to do this one twice. You have to do this one, then the other one, and then this one again. So this is the only one we'll have the Warlock portal up for, and you have a cooldown that you can't do it again for 5 minutes. So say theoretically Shen goes first, a pair of people handle on the right side.
It's 1.5 minutes.
What is?
The gateway cooldown.
Oh no, the picking up the orb is a cooldown of
Okay.
5 minutes. So yeah, so we just need to make sure that you two, you'll alternate. One will go first, one will go third, and then we'll have a pair of people going second. But anyway, let's take our quick break here, and then we'll come back, and then we'll work out the kinks of this. Yeah, I might have, like, if I have any volunteers for the other side when we get back, let me know. People with blinks
Yuri
and all that stuff are great. You can't solo do it by yourself, but you will need a partner. So if you have a partner that's brave, I'm fine with you and someone else doing it.
Because I can
Maybe
blink
Yuri and
3 times.
Oh well, maybe Yuri and I can. It's like that's 5 blinks. We should be able to make it.
Yeah, that should be plenty.
I'm gonna give it a shot. So can I start it and just go
Yeah,
for it?
I mean, fine. Yeah, it's fine. Anyone who's alive here, I'm sorry, but don't release. Yeah, give it a shot and let me know where I need to put Transcendence or where I need to put any markers or anything up. I'm gonna be right back.
Oh, I'm not even gonna make it. I'm gonna die.
Beware.
That's unfortunate. Not
No,
enough
I
people
see it.
alive.
I see it. I see it. I see where it's got to go.
Yeah, you see, like it's like the little thing triangle on the wall. We can get it.
Yeah, so Source, exactly where you put your gate is fine. We will Transcendence is not going to work. I don't know what they're talking about. Transcendence. We will then torpedo or roll, and then turn at a 45-degree angle, and we should be able to flying serpent kick, and then
Off the
possibly
ledge.
torpedo again. We just got to get to that hole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you
Okay, can you put your portal down one more time? I just want to see, without picking it up, if I can make it to the goal.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I can easily do it.
Beware.
You just go down the right-hand side.
I actually hugged. Oh wait, yeah, the right-hand side, and then you can just flying serpent kick all the way there, pretty much. You have torpedo though too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, if you use both torpedoes and the kick after the lock portal, like you're pretty much you over and shoot it, like you dash into the hole.
All right. Sorry. So we got a plan. I saw exactly where you went. We're good to go.
Yeah, and I think it should. I don't think like there needs to be anyone more than you and me on that. Couldn't you do the one side and then I'll get the other side?
Yeah, if you do this side,
they look symmetrical, so
yeah, probably so. Like, I don't know if I have to. Is it going to be 2 balls and then we got to get 2 of them down there?
Well, he said that we're gonna have to do 2 in the one side, and then there's a 5-minute cooldown on when we can pick it up again.
Right.
Something. I haven't even
3
looked
balls
at the fight.
total, and the first person to pick one up has a 5-minute cooldown. But if you pass it to someone downfield, then they don't get the cooldown.
Okay, so you like have to team up, or
in essence, because the first person that picks them up can't pick them up again for 5 minutes, which is pretty much the duration of the fight.
So could someone pick it up there and then just hand it off to both of the monks, and then we don't get the 5-minute cooldown while we just take it there in 2 seconds?
That's correct. I'm not sure if that's what Bastard wants to do, but yeah, that's the idea.
Nah, Source,
the receiver does not get the cooldown.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to rotate who picks it up anyway, because you can only pick it up once.
No, that's perfect. No. So
yeah, and then they just pass it to us, and then we keep doing it.
Yeah, we've only got to do this 3 times. We'll have, so when Source comes up and drops, if Source comes up, drops her portal, and then she can grab the first one with you, and then the second one I'll have somebody run up, grab it, throw it to me right on the edge before I get into the gray stuff, and then I'll shoot down the sides.
He's big,
if her portal's
and you're
not back up
antagonizing him
on the other side.
Dodge, you're gonna get your ass beat.
Is it where that got that yellow light on the?
Yep, on the wall.
That's all. How far you gotta go? That's it.
Yep. So it's like 2 meters. I think it's 2 meters. The hole, like shooting womp rats back home.
I think I can do that.
Oh shit! Looks like it started.
Oh no, I can't even get close.
I'm also not sure what the pass distance is either. Gas would probably knows.
It was pretty short when I picked it up the one time.
Yeah, I can't reach Tony from here.
Yeah, there's no way we could do it.
Jasperella is now following
And
us.
what's the cooldown on your
thank
portal?
you.
On the ticket, it's 1.5 minutes.
What about you dropping it?
8 seconds or something like that.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Kinky? How you doing?
Me and Chin and you, and then we'll just have to
Alright,
have
I'm
for
back.
the second and All right, so it's not transcendence. We don't need transcendence.
You can just torpedo.
How'd you find my stream?
We'll use the portal.
Yep.
We'll flying serpent kick, and then if we have to, we can torpedo the end, but we shouldn't have to.
Okay.
So what we thought of is if the person
Everyone
that
feel free to
grabs it,
Oh, are you in my Discord too?
if the person that grabs it gets the
It's too
5-minute debuff,
I didn't know
but
you
if
were
the
in the
person that
store's
catches
Discord.
it doesn't.
They both. If you touch an orb, you get the 5-minute debuff. So if you use 2 people, both people will get the debuff.
All right, and you're saying we got to do this 3 times?
We have to do it 3 times during phase 1 and 3 times during phase 2.
So how long is this fight?
I don't know, man. How long do you want it to be?
Well, I mean, we can.
You got
It's a
30
five-
minutes of debuffs there.
We got what? Sorry?
The debuff lasts for 5 minutes, and you got to dunk it 6 times. That's 30 minutes worth of debuffs.
Yeah, but they're starting all 5 minutes out. Like at the very start of the fight, someone's immediately grabbing it and dunking it right away. They get the first
links
5
it to the
minute
guild
debuff.
Discord?
That's the only thing that we have
That's
to wait
weird.
on, because by the time theirs refresh
I mean, that's
and they
cool.
do
I'm
their
not gonna complain about
whole
it.
sequence again, the next person should just be refreshing and they can do their sequence, and the next people, etc., etc. So I was assuming that we don't suddenly do it drastically faster or something during the second time around. It should all be fine. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not too worried about that right now.
Hey, Source, go on this side, please.
Let's keep it simple and tackle it piece by piece at the moment. So let's just worry about phase 1 and the sequence going through. We'll see what the timing's like for phase 2, and we'll see what our DPS is like for phase 2 and all that, and we'll figure it out there. If we judge that, and the time it takes to get to the switch point where we need to push them into phase 3, and your stacks have not worn off, then or the debuff
Looks like
is not
it's
worn off.
actually a 2-minute debuff.
No. Come right where I'm at. Straight line for my body. Straight
Are
line.
you sure? Because the closer I get to the edge, the further in I can put it, and the less you have to run.
Yeah, it's
All
only a
right.
2-minute debuff, Daster.
We'll try to get it. If you're looking straight down, and you see that third one somewhere in that gap, somewhere between that little triangle shape, right there in the middle, and then I can get it from there.
It's 5 minutes on it's 5 minutes on heroic, so it's only 2 on this. So we'll need more teams, a second set of the teams for heroic, maybe.
Right there?
Yes.
Alright, so just to be clear here, who's going first between the two of you guys?
Shin's first. I'm second. I'm
Shin's
taking the
first.
right hand side.
You can't take the right hand side. There's not going to be a portal up for you.
So we got to take 2 balls on the left hand side.
I'm going to say exactly what's going to happen.
All this
Shen's
talking
going to take
balls
the
is
portal,
getting me
he's going to dunk
excited.
it in after he does his torpedoes and kicks and all that stuff like that. Yuri and Zulsar are then going to handle the one on the right side, the 2 of them. They're going to have to throw it between them to actually make it. Then after they put theirs in, then Bum, you come back up onto this same side where the portal's already set up, and then you do it again. I don't want to have to run over to the other side and put up the portal gateway again, back and forth, because if we're taking that time out of source, then we might as well just have a second person in that pair of people handling it.
Gotcha. Understood. Then I'm gonna go third.
I can tell you exactly how it works. So, Yuri. So, Shen's going first. Yuri, you'll pick it up. You'll pick it up and you'll run as far as you can. You'll blink your 3 times, and eventually you'll get to a point where you can't move anymore. Once you can't move anymore, you have to figure out where the fuck that's going to be. Zulsalar is going to have to be relatively close. So Zulsalar should be running with you without burning blinks, and run along with you. And then once you get to the point where you're pretty much stuck or about to be stuck in the last couple seconds, you need to throw it to Zulsoar. That's just a matter of clicking your extraction button, targeting a circle over him. Like, you don't target him to throw it. You target a place you're going to throw it. He has to stand still. You will throw it at him. It'll land on top of him. He'll get it, and then once he picks it up, he runs forward, blinks 3 times, yada yada yada, and turns it in. What you two should be worried about that the monks don't have to is that if you arcane explosion or frost over or whatever, any hit on those cysts shrinks the AoE circle around them. It's not based upon damage done. Every hit shrinks the thing around it. So anything like spamming Ice Lance is the quickest way to reduce 1. Spamming Arcane Explosion as you're running forward, Yuri, will make sure that they can't slow you down as you're blinking. Based on GCDs, you probably just want to blink forward, and when you get to the running portion, just spam Arcane Explosion as you're running. It'll also prevent you from taking too much damage. Zulsoar will be running with you, so he should also be doing that, and then when he picks it up, he'll do the same thing. In terms of where to place it, you should just have to stand next to the receptacle, right-click, and it goes in, and then you're done. Both good? I mean, I'm sure this will take a go-to to make sure it works correctly, and you have to find the correct meeting spots, and if need be, I'll give you guys the ability to mark locations so that you can come up with the correct meeting spots and all that stuff. But otherwise, let me focus back here in this main room. So Bedpost and Dwarf. You guys are going to be tanking the really big guy with the very strong arms. You will swap whenever he does the debuff, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't remember. What is it called? Dark Bargain. So, everyone should understand how this works, but just to be sure, when the big ad casts Dark Bargain, everyone who's down here should try to stand within the radius, which is fine. Melee should already be getting it, but range and healer should try to stand it in as well. If you get Dark Bargain, you take 25% more damage, but you also deal 25% more damage and healing. So, take advantage of it to keep all the ads at bay. Now, if it casts a second Dark Bargain, it's very important that everybody does not get hit by it, because if you get hit by a second stack of it, it mind controls you. On Heroic, it's fatal. You can't be broken out. Normal, we can break somebody out if that happens. But tanks, you should swap every Dark Bargain to make sure somebody is you're alternating taking it, and melee just be prepared to run off during the cast so that you don't get mind controlled.
So the person not tanking should not get hit by the Dark Bargain.
Yes, the person not tanking should not get hit by the Dark Bargain because they need to be able to tank and taunt and pick it up afterwards. Range and healer should intentionally get hit by the first one, not get hit by the second, intentionally get hit by the third, so on and so forth. Melee just have to make sure they run out because they'll be cleaving off of them. Otherwise, tanks, you should drag the Dark Young to all these little ads so that we can cleave off of them, bring them to the largest clump. We'll try to throw random interrupts on the Cyclopean Terrors. I believe the debuff that gets put on us and spawns a little, yeah, that does exist here. If you get that, just run to the edge of the room and drop it anywhere to the edge of the room out of the kind of play space. So like against his back wall is a good place. On the nooks there by those Cyclopean terrors is not terrible. On the ramps is a terrible place because we're running up and down those constantly. So yeah. When we get to phase 2, and I'm just going to go this very briefly in case we transition into it cleanly, we'll probably take a few goes on phase 1, but we get into phase 2, we can stack up. Everyone, so one tank picks up the boss. You taunt whenever the boss gets 5 stacks, and is when you taunt, he immediately wipes all of his stacks. So technically, if you guys taunt back and forth as quickly as possible, he will do the least amount of damage on you guys. But that is that doesn't work due to you guys getting a different debuff as well. But yeah, the damage you take, every time he punches you, he hits you stronger. But anyway, the raid will stack up behind the boss in a single spot. For heals, he will apply a debuff to us. That's fine. He will also apply an aura that then on a single person that then removes all those debuffs. We're all going to be stacked up. It trivializes all those mechanics by just stacking up. We can't do that in Heroic, but we're going to do that on normal. If you get the debuff that spawns a void zone, you have to run out of the group and try to run as far as you can from the stacked up spot so that we have ample time to avoid the little puffballs as they're flying across the room. Otherwise, once we get to that phase 2, we will have the same people throwing the receptacles in again. So as soon as Shen comes off cooldown, he will do his first. When the mages come off cooldown, they'll do theirs, which should be very, very quick. So and then the last one, Bum, you have to hold on to yours. Because the idea is we only get one use of it, and when we use it, it clears out well, it doesn't clear all the ads, but it stuns him for 20 seconds and he takes double damage. So we basically need to use that to transition him into the third phase and avoid some nasty ads and all that. So the exact timing of that, we'll just have to play it by ear and figure out. Let's not worry about that at this point. Let's focus on phase 1, the orbs, these ads, and just getting used to that. So I'll do ready check and we'll start going here.
Whatever.
How? Okay, we're all good. Here we go.
5.
Who's tanking first?
3.
I'll get it.
1.
Just drag it to a big clump of eyeballs. Face it away from us. That massive smash is stand in the dark bargain, guys. Get your buffs.
I need to get closer.
That puffball dropped right in the middle of us.
Take him to the ads, please.
Yeah, he needs to be at ads at all times, otherwise none of the ads are gonna die. Really make sure you run off before the next.
I didn't make it. Shen didn't make it to the thing.
Run out with bargain.
On some shit.
Oh shit, I got mine.
Just hit him, get Dwarf to half health. Oh. What happened? Do you still have the orb on you, Shen, or?
No, I like got caught on something with my flying serpent kick. And I just couldn't make it with my 2
Holy
torpedoes
shit.
after that.
Amount of tentacles behind us.
Oh my gosh!
It's just like my Japanese animes.
Yeah, so tanks, we have to keep an eye on where those things are spawning and drag the boss to them, otherwise they're gonna look at you funny. So the mages are dead, so we're not actually practicing anything right now. Yuri, I'll practice with you. Let's go.
I'd make it.
Oh, you can't on your side yet, don't worry. Yuri and I are gonna practice.
No, what I'm saying is, I see what happens.
We'll discuss it after this. Hold up a second.
You need me to go up there and point over?
Nah. Click your thing, go for it. Go for it. Yuri, you gotta get back there and pick up the orb.
Another Dark Young up.
Or do you want me to run it first? I'll run it first.
Oh, I get it. I thought we had to.
No, you don't have to touch any of them. Start running for it. Just start running for it. I'll get as far as I can. I have to actually click the orb, however.
Your turn.
Oh, I'm just getting so slow. Alright, I'm rooted in place. Stand still. Yuri, stand closer, closer, closer. Closer, closer. Stop.
Mark that spot.
That's how far I run with Ghost Wolf, so that's an irrelevant spot. Yeah, you dunked it. I feel like I want to play.
Jump off, huh?
Yeah, you can just jump right off afterwards. All right. This looks really messy. I think we're gonna die. I think just succumb to the Japanese tentacles and just let this happen. Let Cahoon have his way with you.
There's only like 30 of them.
Yeah. Here's the good news. When we do the phase transition, all tentacles get stunned and they get killed by an AoE in the room. You don't have to finish them. It's impossible to keep up with them. You just have to keep them at bay long enough to not die a horrific anime death.
I think Gahoon Senpai noticed me.
Did you say Gahoon Senpai?
You fucking heard me, I didn't stutter.
Alright, so, educate us on what happened with Jen. Or Jen, educate us what happened with you.
Shit, I don't even know. It seems like I hit like a root or something on the ground, but...
You liking this arrow?
Okay, did you see that then?
Yeah, so if we don't aim just right, we're either going to get stuck by one of the little blobs, or we're going to get hit by that tree root on that far side.
This is fun.
So you just kind of have to, like, before you double tap, you just kind of like gotta shift first once, less than a second, just shift over, re-aim real quick, and then pop it, and then you should be good.
Alright, I'm gonna trust the judgment of you two if you think you don't need to use Transcendence. The Fat Boss video suggested Portal, Transcendence, and then dash at the end for whatever distance was needed.
I just don't see
How do you
Transcendence would
how do you
help.
supposed to set up Transcendence?
The fight starts, you start on the platform waiting. As soon as we pull and start the fight, you guys run through the crap there, and you drop Transcendence well beyond the portal.
Okay.
That way,
Much
when
like
you
that.
run back, then you can take the teleporter, Transcendence, the jump from the teleporter to the
Well,
Transcendence,
Arrow,
and
you
then
can
you do the dash at the
stop
end.
grinding and get your shit up.
I'll give that a go here.
And that, at the very least, gives you an extra
Instead
kick,
of
so that if
doing
you,
battle
something
in
screws
the
up, you still
arena.
have Transcendence, kick, and the torpedo if one of the things screw up. You just have to make sure you set up the Transcendence ahead of time, and I know for a fact what's going to happen is
Hey,
on
it's
one
a
of our
kitty.
mini goes, we're going to get fatigued to
We
phase
got a
1,
kitty on the
and we're
stream.
going to forget to set up Transcendence between. Go, oh shit, I have the orb, I only made it halfway, or something like that. So, just be careful of that. Bum, you might as well set yours up at the beginning before jumping down. And do remember, you can when you're on that path, you can just hop off down to the center area. You don't have to run back through all that shit. And if you want, as you're running through to drop the Transcendence, if you have any AoE, feel free to punch the Sis to reduce their radius. So when Shen does his thing first, at least they won't be up. Okay. Down here, though, we survived quite a long time, so the tentacles don't seem too horrible. The healer's mana definitely was not great.
No, I was good.
We can interrupt the eyeballs, by the way.
You can interrupt the eyeballs, and the way they work is they have a mind flay that each tick ticks progressively harder. So if you find someone that's just starting to cast, it's not worth the interrupt. Halfway through the cast, it's usually good to interrupt. So you have to triage them as best you can.
So I'm gonna open up the Dark Young, and I'm gonna pull him over to where those two Cyclopean Terrors are that are the closest together. I'm just gonna immediately pull him over to the right there.
Yeah, that seems like the best place to start, and then at some point we'll turn around and we'll be surrounded by tentacles.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out near Gahoon Senpai.
So I think we're clear on Bum and Shen's dunking. For Yuri and Zulasar, I guess Yuri, you're gonna go first. You're gonna pick up the orb, get as far as you can. Once you're running up, make sure Zulsalar follows you, and make sure that he gets a decent distance. Like I made it almost all the way there, so he just needs to get
the opposite way. He's picking up first because I'm gonna blink in and start. Because I can hit everything with my arcane explosion.
You look
like just make sure you
clear a lot.
You don't waste too many blinks.
But I'm only using one, and then by the time it comes back up, he'll. And then I have both of them back up again.
Just to so you're clear though, that crap on the ground slows you and does inconsequential damage. So if most of your time is blinking through them, you don't need to touch them. It's only the portions you're running through that you're going to get slowed down by them.
Yep.
So the first part where you're blinking through, don't worry about. The running parts are the ones you want to clear. All right, let's do this.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Remember to immediately run up to the Dark Young, pretty much everybody, to get that first buff. Alright, now probably back off a little bit. Let's see if these tentacles can be stunned.
Okay, I got it.
Nice. Alright, mages, you guys are up.
Yeet.
Do not get mind controlled. Wave is up, wave is mind controlled and freed.
Take him to more tentacles.
Yep, keep dragging the tentacles. There's a bunch behind us. Mages,
Sorry,
how
there's
you
a
guys?
lot of that slow shit on the ground.
I need to help with some heal. I got a hold of one of the eye beam.
That can happen. So, Bum, go up and do yours.
Shit, I'm MC'd. I didn't think I had the debuff.
Yeah, you have to keep track of that, guys. Be very careful.
I'm about to die. My ball's not up.
Does the torment keep... Wait. Okay, I see. Your ball's not up?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
I don't see an orb up on either side.
Yeah, Zul's still got it. He's
Oh,
just
that's why.
blink traveling, because so like mages can still move.
They just have to move very slowly.
It's just once every.
Yeah, I mean, if that happens, we should have somebody run up there to basically get a handoff, so that we don't have to wait here for like.
Young up.
We're getting overrun.
On orange nipple.
Like, if we did this correctly, I don't think we're gonna get a second Dark Young.
There you go.
Let's go ahead and wipe. Bum. If you can do it, try doing it.
As soon as it pops.
Yeah.
All right, here I go.
Just survive as long as possible, Helios. Let's see if Bum at least needs to practice. Interrupt anything channeling on Bum. He took the teleporter. He's transcendenced.
No, I'm stuck.
What the fuck you do? You're halfway there. Alright, we'll go ahead and die.
Nah, I made it the first time. No problems.
What do you mean the first time?
When Shin died, I ran up there and tried to make the run.
Oh. No worries, Shake. Go ahead. Can you, the people with the orbs, can you confirm whether or not you get? My understanding is you only get the debuff after the orb has been placed, and not after you've thrown it. Is that correct?
I got the debuff after I put it in the thing. I think.
Nifty.
Right, but I mean, you picked it up, and so yeah, it's not clear if you had thrown it, if you would have gotten the debuff as well.
The little boy.
So because if it's the case where you don't get the debuff until the orb is either broken or placed, which is my understanding, then theoretically you could go back and forth. So if in the case of like Yori and Zulasar, or one of you guys screwed up on something, you could theoretically pass it back to the other person and keep alternating. Yeah, just be careful. I guess you died to an eyeball focusing on you. If an eyeball's on you, just call it out so we can make sure we get the interrupt. We'll just have to get better with those interrupts. You shouldn't have died, and you shouldn't theoretically need a healer, but just keep an eye on your health. That was probably just bad luck.
Let me ask you this: Do the stacks ever wear off?
What stacks?
If you step in the gray shit.
They don't. Do they give you stacks?
That's what slows you down.
I don't see a stack.
That's not what slows you down. Holding the orb slows you down every second for 10 seconds. Holding the orb eventually roots you in place. It has nothing to do with the crap on the ground. The crap on the ground is just a generic AoE slow.
Got it.
Well, it stacks with the slow from the orb, right?
Yeah. So the slow from both of them will compound, but it's just a single stack of a certain amount of slow.
You know, if you get that, you can attack the thing next to you and it'll go away.
Yeah. Alright, let's do this again. This is a thing where downstairs there's not much to improve. I mean, we have to get mind control a little bit less, but this is just... We have to keep doing this until both the monks and the mages have this down pat, and then this is easy. This phase will be very simple, and then it'll all be about phase 2. Make sure you're close enough for that bargain, except for the tanks. Cool. Oh, it does look like it's 2 people who get that debuff. Interesting.
Got it now, Shin. I see what you did.
Is it in? Alright, mages.
Yep. Oh, sorry, I should call that.
Thanks, Novik. Yeah. I'm gonna bust out those old Lady Vaj macros. There's a lot behind us. Let's drag it over. If your debuff fell off, feel free to get one more buff from it. Yeah, get one more buff before it gets killed. Yeah, cool. All right, now, except for Shen and Biden, get them half.
All right, tell me off. Here I go.
All right. Wait, no. The mages haven't done it.
Yeah, we dropped the ball.
Oh,
like
damn it.
literally and figuratively.
Alright, do it, Bum.
Nah, I fucked that up. Nah, I got it, but I double tapped my button.
Alright, wipe it quick, guys. We only have 20 minutes, so at the very least, I want to make sure that the designated dunkers have this down.
Hey Shin, this time let me go first.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think I would come in handy? I've got a really long lead.
Doesn't work. You're tanking stuff down here.
Gotcha.
Just do Serpent Kick first, and then you'll have a good aim to torpedo like twice in a row straight to it.
Yeah, I was on it. I totally screwed it up because when I hit my Serpent Kick, I double tapped my button, so it's like I shot off and then I canceled it. So that was my fault.
Yeah, let's be clear. When you guys are
hit these things on your way down.
If you are throwing the orb, so it's Zulsolar in Yuri's case, please communicate. Don't just like assume somebody's within range. You have to make sure the other person has stopped moving and that they're within it, because you have obviously a max distance you can throw. So please, like, I didn't hear anything regarding that throw until after it failed. So use Discord as much as you need to make sure this is successful. If the person's not, like, there's no rush. If the other person is out of range, wait till they get closer, wait till they stop moving, tell them to stop moving. And if we need to have a designated spot, we can just put the marker.
Arena.
We can do that as well, though you may get further on different attempts.
That doesn't look like farming
Also,
BfA content.
Slow fall yourself when you start going through, because you can actually jump forward and slow fall quite a bit further in before you blink. Like probably a good 5 or 6 yards, moving.
That sounds trippy.
I know.
Matrix.
Keep in mind, we can also have a priest at the finish line just gripping people if they're almost making it there. Just to put some perspective in this, in Heroic, you have to put an orb in on both receptacles at the same time within 3 seconds of each other.
Oh, that's cute.
Are you recruiting another warlock?
No, you just need a bunch of people. One side will be handled by 2 monks and a warrior. The other side will be handled by 6 people. It's just expected that half your raid has to handle it. Will it be tough? Yeah, it'll be tough. Would I like another warlock? Fuck yeah, I would like another warlock.
We have the other one. There's one on right now. He's 120.
Thoughts a little?
Yeah, there's some history there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. He's just not reliable. All right, so let's just do this again. Bum will go first. I feel like I want to. I feel like I need to play the Slam Jam, Space Jam theme when you guys are dunking these orbs in.
It's a good song.
Of course. Oh, get your buff. Yeah. But let's make sure we don't kill the Dark Young too quickly. It's really great if we can get another one of those buffs from him. They're actually incredibly helpful, and strats tend to say don't kill this thing too quickly. So cleave off him, but focus on the terrors over the Dark Young. The Dark Young is not actually that scary.
I did not make it. I'm stuck.
No, let me grab it, because if you grab it, then you won't be able to solo it.
Yeah.
I'll run up and handle it. I'll fix this.
I've got you a gap. I've got you a gap.
Why is this terror immune? Oh, now it's not. Fucking immune. I think Hal might have bubbled it.
Just toss it to me, Bum.
What?
We're getting mine.
Alright, mages get in position. Time to do your thing, mages. Ow. So many fucking tentacles. Come on, mages. Are we almost there? Shen, get in position. Do it. Do it, my mages. Yeah! Alright, Shen, it's all you.
GG.
We got another Dark Young.
Don't worry, just stay alive. Just come on. Got this. All right, stack up in the center. Stack up on me. In the light. Stand into the light. Don't use healing cooldowns, but use moderate heals. Big heals on us, but not cooldowns. We need to save them. Hooray! All right, pick up shifted. Let's do this. Let's practice phase 2. Stack up on me, the skull. Tanks, you alternate. When you get the dot put on you, you want to run it off to the side to drop the puffballs elsewhere. Oh, there's a trick I will mention for you, Kinky, during that phase that'll remind me after this. Discipline
Oh,
only.
he's cute.
Face him away. Actually, he doesn't have a cleave. Stack up on me, guys. Stack up on me, the skull. Everyone except for the tanks. All right, when he gets to 5, it's taunt off, taunt off. Ved, run that away, run that debuff away, the explosive corruption. Oof, yeah. All right, stay stacked up, guys, for these debuffs. Stay stacked up. You may need to refresh your Warlock Portal source. Alright. Yeah, if you get that debuff with the puffball, guys, you just have to run it away and then drop it as far away as you can. Alright, bedpost swap off with that again. Yeah, you should basically swap each time that's applied to you guys. The actual stacks on him shouldn't be too bad. Stay stacked in this, stay stacked in this. Don't run away, stay in this red circle. Critical. Alright, off tank is gonna need to pick up an ad that's about to spawn. Alright, off tank pick that up. We need to cleave this down with the boss.
Somebody didn't run out.
Someone did not run out. Yeah, that was not pleasant. Oh, there's something about that actually. The person who might have been rooted in place and might not have been able to.
It happened again.
Yeah, okay, somebody's not running out. Alright, go ahead and wipe it. But progress! So we do need to clean up phase 1, obviously, and eventually we'll get that very tight and very clear. You already just give me a heads up right before you get there so Shen can get in position. I was looking at the mini-map. So to be clear about this phase 2, tanks swap back and forth. Every time the boss hacks the same tank, he gets stronger. We swap back and forth to keep his stacks low, but more importantly, he will apply that dot to, I think it looks like 2 or 3 people. One is always the current tank. That dot will spawn a void zone underneath you and shoot those little puffballs out from the void zone. What's critical about this is you have to get as far away as possible, both as a tank or as a tank or as a DPS or healer, because doesn't happen on normal, but if you get hit by one of those puffballs, you get the debuff that spawns it, and so it just keeps going forever if you keep getting hit. So on Heroic, everyone has to dodge it, because if you get hit by it and drop in the middle and everyone gets hit by the puffballs, then they all get the debuff, they get more void zones, and then you just get overrun and die.
Jeeves has 3 minutes left.
Alright, go ahead and repair Adam. So as soon as stacks are clear, what we need to do is have the same people go and do the thing again. As soon as Bum loses his stack, Bum has to go up and then do the running again, just like before. Shen has to do the same thing, and the mages have to do the same thing. The difference is we have to spare one healer with them this time, because if you notice that ring that shoots out of the boss that gave us all a stack of a debuff, they're going to have that, and it hurts enough that they will die up on the platforms by themselves. So one healer just has to watch the people up on the platforms as they alternate back and forth. So assigned... Are you sure? That thing hits really fucking hard. Let's see, stage 2. Stage 2 was... Wave of Corruption.
It's like 2,000 a take.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can
then
pop.
yeah, it's not that bad on normal. What's it on Heroic?
Probably 4,000.
2k. That's not bad at all. Then yeah, okay. We should get in the habit of sending a healer up, because on Heroic we'll need to anyway, so we might as well start practicing that. So one healer should follow them going up there. But yeah, so once we get to that phase, again, one monk does their thing, the mages do their thing, and then the last one, whoever it is, be it Shen or Bum, we hold on to, because, let me double check here, stage 3, 20% on Gahoon, When he gets to 20% is when the transition is. So the goal is to time when one of those big ads spawn with the plugging the orb in, so that the big ad gets stunned, killed by the big nuke in the room, and we pop Lust. And with Lust and the boss taking 100% extra damage, we hopefully take like 30% off his HP and transition him at. Did I say it was 20%? I think it was 20%. Yeah, 20%. And then we get to the last phase where there's 3 different moves that we have to worry about. Actually, it looks like on normal there's only 2. Nope, there are 3. The same dot that we were dealing with before, a fear if you look at him, and the ring shooting out of him. I guess the mushrooms are on heroic only? Yes, malignant growth is on heroic only. Okay. So we can still just stack up behind him, run the dots away, and face away from him. So okay, the same strategy when we get to the last phase, just stack up and do that. So for the rest of the raid, it's really just stack up in the group, run out when you get the dot, cleave off the ad, the end. Yeah.
So was that what was spawning the pool under us? Was a bubble hitting one person?
No, that should only happen in heroic. So explosive corruption is applied to somebody, 3 players, and after 6 seconds they explode, shoot those puffballs out, and fire those puffballs out, and then also drop a void zone underneath us. So someone got the debuff and they didn't move in those 6 seconds. So that's the only real, like, we're stacked up underneath the boss, and the only thing you have to move for is if you get explosive corruption. Run, drop the void zone as far as you can, and come back. That red ring absorbs all the dots on us and spawns an ad based upon how many of those dots were absorbed. So it has more health the more people it absorbs, but we need to cleanse the dots, otherwise we die. So, yeah. Alright, let's go again. Everyone's checked ready. So let's do this. That's good. I'm glad we made it through phase 1. Let's see if we can do that cleaner.
5.
I'm gonna... Bum, you're gonna go first?
2.
Yep.
1.
I'm gonna shadow you. I'm just gonna follow in case it goes wrong. Because we don't need my little bit of DPS down there.
Guys, please try to run those away.
I'm getting there. Oh, I run at full speed when I even go slow. Just toss it to me. Toss it right to the thing.
Don't get MC'd.
Alright, I'm putting it in. Mage group, do your thing. Watch those puffball guys. Like, those void zones I think are there for, I think, the whole fight. So it's very important we get those as far away from the active fighting area as possible. Alright, get the buff if you need it. Alright, feel free to kill it now. Alright, mages. Mages look like they're halfway there.
Guys, I'm seeing people that aren't even trying to move with that.
That's literally the only mechanic the entire raid has, is that void zone. Alright, go. Do it, Shen. Give us like a 3 or 4 second heads up so Shen can start running up beforehand. I guess it doesn't matter too much because the orb needs to spawn, but... Alright. Oh, so yeah, the trick, Kinky, when that big beam is hitting us all, everything takes 100% extra damage, so you can nuke Gahoon while he's in the wall. He won't take any damage, but
Speaking of that beam.
You won't actually deal damage because he heals it up, but you can heal a massive amount because you're doing double damage. So if you just nuke that lovely mouth in the wall,
Oh yeah, you nuked that mouth.
Indeed.
So if you want to pad your numbers now, guys, this is when you do it. You nuke that, you just nuke the face.
3, 2.
Oh, it regens mana too.
I mean, anything like, yeah, you won't do actual damage to him. Like, he's gonna reset health, but if it procs anything or helps you in the long term, go for it. Alright, stack up behind me, guys. There's no reason to stand anywhere else except for here. And then just
it looks
run
like
out
that, like, clears the,
Get the explosive, so bed, source, Bioden, run those away. Just gonna call him a couple times here so people can get used to it.
He clears the puff balls from the first phase.
Oh, good. Next explosive corruption, it's on bed, source, bum. Bum, you should run and try to throw the orbs in now. Like you should, yeah, you should do that. I'll follow you just in case again. Now we have 2 stacks of this dot on us, so just watch your health.
Stay in this.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck in.
And you have to stay
Yeah.
stuck. It may happen. If you get the red ring, it roots you. So. Almost. I'll be there in just a second. Mages, get ready to run in position.
Lay it down that ad.
Alright, throw it, bum. Alright, it's going in. Mage time. Yeah, take that ad down, guys. Alright. Just stay in this to remove your stacks. Remember, the red ring is good. Just finish this gibbering horror, though.
Gonna get another one, so kill it.
Yep, just finish this one. Tanks pick it up, though, before it hurts. It hurts so bad. Alright, mages, you almost good?
Just a second.
Alright, Shen, get ready. Is it almost in? It's in. Shen, do your thing.
Watch bedpost.
Yep. Oh shit, tanks, you should also stack up right before the that red ring detonates, so you can lose your stacks. I didn't realize. Stack up in the red ring. Yeah, whoever drops.
Get out of this shit though.
Move over to me, guys. Scoot over to me. Scoot over to me. Oh shit.
Holy shit! I got stuck.
No, don't blink away with that. Oh, that's the worst
on a
thing.
rock.
Sorry, that means
Somebody
go up there. Our stacks now.
Yeah, don't
we're all,
blink away.
we're all dead now. If you have that red ring on you and you're rooted, you have to stand still. Because that stun is what clears all of our stacks and keeps us alive.
The boss himself doesn't seem to be going down that fast. Is there like a phase where he takes more damage, or?
When we put the other orb in, he'll take double damage for 20 minutes, or excuse me, for 20 seconds.
Oh, I was gonna say 20 minutes. Whew.
Sorry. So I mean, at that point, the ads will also get killed by the beam. So the idea is we lost, and what we should be able to do, the goal is, because we can only do this, I think. Actually, I don't know if it on normal. I know at least on heroic you only get 1 usage of the beam. You might get more than 1 usage on normal. If you can keep doing it, then the idea is that we just have to keep our head above water. We use the beam, it clears out the room, it kills the ad, we do a bunch of damage to the boss, everything resets, and then we just keep doing that until we get to 20%, and then we get to the last chunk of the fight, which is just an enrage. Yeah, let's we don't have to damage the second gibbering. Depends. It depends. Like the strat you saw with Fat Boss, they weren't doing it because they were doing a very particular strat. I don't know if we're going to follow that depending upon our DPS. So we should still probably cleave it at the moment. Let me double check. Yeah, I want to get a second re-origination beam during phase 2. And just see if it because my understanding is you could use more than 1, but the Fat Boss video seems to suggest on heroic you couldn't.
Yeah.
Come here for a second.
Okay.
We have to go quickly though, so like we have to pull within the 30 seconds. So.
Never mind. I got it.
All right.
I'm gonna just continue to shadow you, Bum, just in case until you get it. It's possible.
Cool.
Their written guides suggest that you can use more than 1, but then their video suggests something else. So it's not clear to me. They've also said some things that are heroic only in their videos when suggesting that it was in normal when it wasn't. So we'll see here. That's why I just want to double check now, and I'll gauge things after that. Give me 1 second to just make sure this has been recording. It should have been. I just want to make sure I get all the data from this. Yes. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right, here we go. This will be the last go of the night. Let's kick some ass. Well, it's a good thing we don't actually have to pre-pot. Actually, I should have been following you, Bum. My bad.
Got it.
Nice. Bravo. Mages, get in position.
I just had to get my timing down.
Good. Don't get a second bargain if you've already gotten one. Oh. Waven loves getting that second one.
I don't know when I have it. I don't
If you're attacking the boss, you're always gonna get just the second time you cast it. You trust you already have it.
Purple circle on the ground.
Wave can't see purple circles on purple ground. Don't kill him yet. Don't kill him yet. Get that buff. Get the buff first. Ah. Yes, kill him. All right, Shen, do it. This is actually very quick. Just stay alive here, guys. We're all these tentacles will be dead in just a second. Just check out the ones that are at lowest health and just keep them interrupted for the most part. Like, we just need to minimize the... perfect. Good job, guys. That was really good. That was perfect. Alright, let's get back down here. Pad your numbers.
With lightning bolt?
Look, man. Fuck you. My spec's broken. Don't make me
and again, why Dastard hates bomb.
Yeah. I was gonna actually like him this attempt too, because he finally got it done. And he has to pull shit like that. Alright.
I'm running.
Your debuff isn't off yet though. You have 15 seconds, so.
Yeah, that gives Source time to put a portal.
But yeah, get up if you can get up the ramp before
It's still
he does
up there, isn't
it.
it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Yeah, you just can't pick it up yet. If you get up the ramp before he does his AoE aura, you won't get the stack while you're up there. So, ideally, to the Shen, Bum, Yuri, and Zulasar, the Putrid Blood, if you can time it around his Wave of Corruption, running up the ramp, you can avoid.
I hit the tree. Come get me.
So fucking helpless over here. Alright, toss it to me here.
Tanks, you should be coming into the blood feast.
What the fuck? Why would you throw it not on top of me?
Oh, I thought you were still running.
No, I stood still. I never run while doing it. Alright, well, Mages, your turn. I hate you, Bum.
Yeah, I deserve it.
Can we get a tank on this ad, please?
Yeah, whichever one's not actively tanking needs to make sure to pick it up. So Mages, you'll have the right side, then we'll have Shen, and then we'll need 2 people on the right.
Also, bedpost, be sure you come to the next red circle. Somebody drop this red on bed.
Baha, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask that you come up with me when we. Can we let's move the boss a little bit if we can. Make sure you're in the red ring.
Make sure you're in the circle.
Mages, you did it. All right, so Shen, do the left side. Shen, do the left side.
Get this horror down.
Can I get some heals, Rivarian, real quick?
Yeah, top Shen off before he runs off. Let us know right before you make it in, and Baha and we'll go. Baha, I'm gonna ask that you pick it up and sprint as far as you can, and then you'll throw it on top of me.
Which way I'm going right now?
You'll be on the right side of the room. Let's hope Shen stays up. Alright, let's start running over Baha.
Alright, I got it.
He just waited a second, I could've got him.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna start cleaning these out for you, Baha.
Gotta fucking move, guys.
The orb's behind you. The orb's behind you, Baha.
I see that.
Both mages are down for the
Grab it and run as far as you can. That would have, when Shen put it in there, that would have been it had we not.
Oh, I got it in.
Fucked it.
Yeah, bum fucked it.
No, I'm saying Bum missed it. Alright, Baha, throw it to me.
Both tanks are down.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Well, it's not fine, but they're practiced.
We're good. We're good. I'll tank.
Everybody's
Baha, I need you to get here and take it back from me.
Alright.
Just get right up
is
to
now
the
coming to you.
Just oh, did it reset?
Yeah.
People want to stay for one more here and give Bum a chance to not fuck it up?
Sure. We gotta do one more, guys. Come on now.
I mean, granted, we're gonna even if we put this thing in, that's not gonna likely guarantee a kill even remotely. But I just want to see how much damage we can do because this is the only DPS requirement here is phase 2. If we can get through phase if with a lust with everybody up, I want to see if we take him down 30%, 20%, so I can gauge exactly what we need to do for phase 2. So that's why I just want this data. And then I'll come up with the correct strategy for us. Be it ignore the second ad, be it kill the second ad, ignore the third, be it delay that third orb. Whatever we have to do, we'll figure it out. But how release
And
how?
guys, you have to move when you get that debuff. Like that's what's killing us.
Yeah, like any one of those void zones dropped within 10 yards of us is an instant wipe in heroic, just immediate wipe. So you have to get really, really good at running those things out.
It starts putting numbers above your head. Just watch your screen.
Yeah, this is the last boss.
I mean, your model gets larger. DBM
We're about to
gives you
start our
a
last attempt on him, so should be off here in just a few minutes.
Just kick him out if he's not there.
It's gonna take 20 seconds, but yeah.
What's the name of that thing again?
Corrupted something, explosive corruption. Excuse me. If you find that you tunnel because you're healing or whatever,
final boss for now.
A
There will
DPS
always
should not
be
be
more
tunneling because
final
there's literally
bosses.
nothing else to do. But look for that debuff and attack /add. But if you go to DBM, you should set a custom sound effect for explosive corruption, just so that you can move out quicker. Now, this is only, actually, to be fair, this is actually only a problem here on normal because we're stacking up for the strategy. In heroic, we can't stack up. You have to spread out.
What up, kitty?
So people will get the debuff and they'll already be all over the place, and they just have to run it away as much as they can.
Yeah.
So it'll actually be slightly easier to handle in heroic.
You just woke up. You're very tired.
In that regard, though it's more fatal in heroic if you do screw it up. Yeah, the essentially that ring he shoots out of himself that applies that debuff to each one of us splashes as an AoE. So anyone stacked up on top of one another when they get hit by it would basically kill everybody else if we're all stacked up. So you all have to be spread out 8 yards apart so that you don't splash anybody. All right,
we're good.
Yep. Here's the countdown. Let's do it. Good job on the first one, Bum. I'm gonna continue to follow you just in case.
1.
Until it's 100%. Someone can interrupt the thing on me. I would love it.
Come get it. I double dashed backwards too far. Stand right by.
Yeah. Alright, mages. You're up.
Way to eat the fuck out of there.
Yeah, wave out.
Get the buff when he casts.
Yeah, get the buff. Make sure we get this buff. It's good.
Brave loves the buff.
Mages look like.
You think that if you get mind control, your buffs will wear off, right?
No.
No.
You have 3 stacks actually. Funny enough, so you're doing massive damage. That's interesting. All right, mages are good. Shen, all you.
We're trying. We're trying.
All from you mages.
I need to get closer.
Beware.
Sorry, apparently my mic is muted.
All right, Shen's halfway there. Thirds.
I need to get closer.
Perfect. All right, get into the light.
The retinas.
So, Bum, as soon as your debuff is off, then you go do your thing. By the way, guys, don't feel like you have to stack up in this very tight clump. We can spread out in a kind of a very small, loose clump, but when that red ring appears, you have to get into it. That's the only requirement. So feel free to spread out just a little bit. So yeah, so just feel free to be spread out just a little bit to make it a little bit easier to get away with some of the explosive corruptions. Face them away, please. Up, or pick them up at least. Yep. He just punched people. I'll pick Roger up. I want everybody up for these numbers. All right, Bum, do it. I'm heading up after you. That's one. That's two. Oh! He's done it. Mages, do your thing. The next orb is in 6 seconds, so you can hopefully avoid the... Just be very careful with your health, mages. Because you will have what looks like 1 stack each, so be very careful. Alright, make sure you get into the red ring, tanks as well. Mages, you're almost good. You don't seem like you're together. I don't know what's going on with you.
Yeet!
It's too far away.
Ah, shit. Yuri, I'm running up after you because it looks like Zul's dead.
Shit.
I got it.
You got it? Cool. Shen, get in position for the last one. Be careful, Shen, because you're going to have 2 stacks. Alright. Alright, make sure you make it into this red ring. Tanks, get into the red ring as well. Alright, this should be the last one. Get ready. Save your cooldowns. Remember, when the beam goes off, ignore the ad that's about to spawn. Alright, Shen's about to get it. Alright, pull all your cooldowns. Focus on him. Focus on him. Bum, get ready to go again. Rev, be careful, you're going to have a couple of those stacks because it doesn't look like you're able to clear. Same with Shen, be careful, you guys have a couple stacks. So make sure you get in the first red ring. So Bum, I'm going to follow you. So let's see if this thing spawns or not. I'm gonna guess we don't. Nope, get down. Nope. nope, get away from that. He's walled it off. Oh, we're about to phase 2. Shit. Yeah, dodge those giant circles on the ground. Run away. You can't hit him. He can't take damage right now. I'm sorry.
You didn't mention that.
I did not even think. I didn't think he got the 20%. I'm sorry. I fucked up there. All right. Well,
it's all right.
just
That
back
might
up.
still be salvageable.
It's the exact same thing as Furious Phase 2. Exactly the same, except you can't wipe your stacks anymore.
Probably should get a healer up. Okay, you got Nova Cup.
Yep. Battle res anybody you can.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Turn away, turn away.
Gaze.
Yep.
Oh,
When he
come
does
on, I was
gaze,
turned away.
when he does gaze, turn away, drop tremors to free people. Stack back up on me, and it's just a matter of, it's the same shit. Run away with explosive and turn away during gaze. That's it. We're gonna get a stacking debuff that just keeps getting higher and higher, but that's it. Get ready with explosive, run it off.
Shit.
Ah, I missed that shit. I think a bunch of us missed that. That's not good.
Crap.
Yeah, it's gonna kill us all. Shit. I'm sorry, guys. I fucked up there. I stopped looking at his health percentage to run off after Bum, and I completely missed. If no one has to go, we can go again, and we can probably kill it. If everyone stayed alive, we would have just finished right there, and that would have been the end.
I got one.
not doing
I
it,
gotta
man.
go to bed.
Alright, let's go again then. Yeah, that was actually not bad. I did not expect us to do that much there. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, we nuked the shit out of him.
Bandon has to go.
Alright, we're gonna try to go. We'll see if a couple people have to go. We'll continue to try to go without them. We may have to drop down to 4 healers if we lose too many DPS.
I'm stuck in the wall.
If we kill it fast enough, I mean, well, if we do enough damage, we might only need 4 healers.
Yeah.
Even I was DPSing it when you said DPS, and I stopped healing.
Yeah, that's probably the point where you want to heal it actually.
Oh yeah, so yeah, healers. When during that AOE beam or whatever, we do take an okay amount of damage, but like he is also taking 100%. So if you don't feel like you need a heal, throw damage in there because you'll be doing actually significant damage. Oh, I'm sure as a discipline you quite a bit. But so yeah, so that last phase, just to be clear, same taunt swap, same ring that applies the debuff, same explosive corruption as you run away. The only difference is the gaze of Gahoon, so you just have to turn away so you don't get feared. And
The shit falling from the ceiling.
this shit falling from the ceiling is the transition. So when he gets to 20%, he walls up the 2 sides, so you can't use the Titan device anymore. And then he, oh, actually that was separate, but he just spawns a bunch of those void zones on the ground. You saw those big kind of earthy looking circles. You want to get as far away from those as possible because basically parts of the ceiling falls down. During this point, he takes no damage, so there's no reason to stay next to him and attacking him. He takes 99% reduced. So run away. Don't take the damage from the AoE, then stack back up and then just finish it up the last 20%.
Oh, Gabrus, have you been listening? Because we could just bring him back in.
Shit. We could just bring Gab in. He just has to DPS the boss. He literally has to do nothing else.
Gab, get in here.
Yeah, Gab, you just have to DPS the boss. If you get explosive corruption, blink it away. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. Turn away.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Do healing pots and health
stones? No, not anymore.
They don't stack. You can use a health stone, a healing potion, and a DPS potion. I'm surprised this guy seems easier than Mithrax.
A lot easier.
Do you need a... I can just make you a health potion.
The majority
just
of
like 2 or 3.
All the coordination is in
I'll
putting
only be able to use 1.
Or 1.
Alright, we need to get moving here, guys. So
who am I giving this to?
I think the people who are running up the ramps.
2 mage.
Alright, 1 second.
Alright, everybody's ready? Let's do this, guys.
Let's do this.
And my bad on that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeet!
I only have enough for the 2 mages. That's all I have time for.
Thank you.
If you didn't pick up your pot, then just pick it up between phases here. Shit.
Come on.
Did you get it?
No.
Shit.
But I got a technique to keep.
That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll be there in just a second.
Gotta get out of that so I can mind control. Because that would be a big oops.
I'm gonna stand right in front of it. Mages, get ready.
Got it on there.
Just keep focusing on interrupts more than actually killing this shit, and we'll be good. Healers, let's make sure we have a cycle of cooldowns for the very last bit there at 20%. We'll need them as the stacks start growing uncontrollably, so... mages look like they're already halfway there. Mages are about to put it in, so get ready.
Ramp.
Beware.
Alright, all you Shen. Alright, Shen's putting in, get ready. Cool. Alright, get into the light, just as a nice stack up point. Remember, we don't have to be completely stacked up, just a loose clump.
So Dastard, for this fight...
There's a fucking thing under this. Be careful. The
There's a void zone?
Yeah.
Move out of it, move out of it, move out of it. Somebody...
Oh my god.
Who would have dropped a void zone right in the center of the
I
room?
don't know, but there was
It's
one
fine.
there.
I'll get ready to onk up Raiden and then battle res Grim. Just heal up. Alright. Onk up right in, pick up Gim. Let's heal everybody up. That was a bit more stressful than it needed to be. Can we get that battle res on Gim, please? We need everybody up to get this transition right. Alright. Spread out in a loose little clump so it's a little easier. Roger Zulsalar.
I'm going in 5 seconds.
Yep, I'm already coming up to follow.
Going ahead and
I need to get closer.
saving up towards retirement here. Right there. Bam. Boom. We know what's up. We got our tank cooldowns
I'll be
going.
right there.
And ball to fuck
Go
me
for
up.
it.
Make sure you're in that red circle.
Mage is good for it. Yeah, get into that red circle. Quick bomb if you can. Good.
Shit.
Alright, mages, your turn.
We did drop that.
You guys are not full health, though.
Explosive corruption. We'll put that there. Should be tank sword there.
You guys got it? Alright, Shen, get ready. Shen, get ready. Yeah, we should definitely just send one healer up to follow these guys just to be
Make
safe
sure you're in
going
that
forward.
circle. It's under the boss.
Yep, make sure we get this one. This ad we shouldn't be killing. Just focus on the boss because this is gonna die to the beam here. So yeah, just focus on the boss. Pick up the ad, but do not kill it. All right, Shen's about to put it in, guys. Get ready. All right, and here comes the lust.
Bam, boom. Oh, this is some hot shit.
Transitions at 20%. What
All
looks
the
like
damage.
21% on the
Watch that life bar just disappear.
fuck it's called.
It's fucking hot.
Raid frames. Wow. Yeah, that beam he takes does so much extra damage. It went so much faster than expected. It jumps like 10% on the ticks of the beam. That's what I missed. Alright, run those explosives away. Run them away. Alright, we're gonna hit the transition here, so get ready.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, run away from the crap you see on the ground, guys. Run away from those giant circles you see in the center. Just get towards the edge. Get towards the edge. Just keep dodging the giant circles. Get as far away from you can. Just fall off damage, so the further you get, the better. Alright, get ready and
Watch out, there's
stack
one
up.
under him.
Oh, it's right underneath. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Alright, stack up. Let's finish this. Healers, make sure we rotate whatever cooldowns we need to. I'll try to call up the gaze. Careful, tanks. There we go. Alright, gaze is in 3 seconds. I'll drop Tremor just in case anyone misses it. Save yours, ride it. Get ready. I dropped mine way too early, so just make sure you turn around. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Alright. You make a small loose clump, don't necessarily have to stack up that tight. Turn that shit away. Next gaze is in about 5 seconds or so. Save defensive cooldowns for when you get high stacks of the putrid blood. Alright, we're halfway there, guys. Get ready on the next gaze. Should be any moment. Turn away, turn away. Tremor, I got it. Alright, start blowing defensive cooldowns. Run away with those corruptions. Run away. Get away, Zulsalar. Get away. Don't run back into us, Kinky. Careful. Good. Watch those orbs, guys. Try to avoid them. They do hurt. We're almost done here, guys. Start rotate your whatever healing cooldowns, healers. We gotta top ourselves off. Hurry. We're almost done. We just need to top everybody off. Use whatever personal cooldowns you have, guys. Heavy defensive you got. Fuck.
Crap.
Tremor if you can. Fuck. If we can battle res anybody, pick up any DPS.
Shin.
You guys got this.
I onk back up, so I have no stack, so I'm easy to heal now.
I fucking look away.
Ah, fuck. Just keep the tanks alive. Keep them alive, and I won't die. Shouldn't. So anybody that can be battle res?
Fuck me.
No, it's down.
No.
Dwarf, can you? Oh, we don't. Okay, cool.
Over a minute still.
It's too far away.
Oh, ow!
Oh my god.
This is unpleasant. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to call it.
We got this.
We lost during the BAME.
We should have lost twice this fight.
Why?
Yeah, because I used my pet like 3 or 4 times during that fight, and it's a 3-minute cooldown.
Well, we can see if who has to leave. Bum has to leave, which is going to complicate things.
I took Gary's support.
If Bum has to leave, then yeah, we're screwed.
If Bum has to leave, just call it. Like, it was a good go, guys. I mean, we all did significantly better than we expected. We had less than an hour to work on this boss, and we almost killed it.
We'll have him down next week.
We'll absolutely have it next week. It's a shame we didn't get him this week, but like we'll just get it next week.
1%
It's whatever. So we'll shoot for the full normal clear as fast as possible, and then we'll jump into
like all the healers were dead, so I was just out of fucking cooldowns.
Yeah, let's just go for the normal clear as fast as possible so that we can quickly get Cahoon. We should be able to do that in 2 nights. I expect.
Yeah, we'll get Cahoon quick.
I expect Mithrax will still take a little bit of time, but people have it down pat. Like Shen, you were doing a fantastic job. Bum finally got it down. Mages, you're doing a good job.
That was fucking close.
We need more people comfortable with that by the time we get to a heroic, because we're going to need half the rate to place those orbs in, and healers will want to throw. If we have 5 healers, we'll want to have 1 healer following people up. But we looked pretty good there.
Getting my Skrilla.
One thing we can do to make this slightly better, I think, is to wait on dunking that last orb in from Shen. Just wait, maybe, so that we know how much. I'll look how much damage we do during that window. Actually, we won't have to next week with the extra gear we'll have. Before everyone goes, a reminder:
Rainbow Six Siege here.
Do that with the weekly quest that gets you 1 piece of heroic loot. Do not forget to do that because it will expire at the end of the week. You have to run 4 mythics. Run that before Tuesday. Do not forget. Everyone getting another heroic piece here, and this will be super easy. But yeah, this we exceeded expectations on this guy. I expected him to be a lot harder.
So RBGs tomorrow. Don't forget.
Well, I'm invisible. What's up?
Yeah, we'll stop being